age does not mean that you have emotional intelligence, unfortunately. Now, you have this young guy who's Regina's brother going on social media, ranting and all of that. Someone of his caliber, well, that we thought should not be responding with the way he's responding right now. What happened to the law? Well, we already know it's Nigeria, so the law doesn't work. The law only favors the one who has the money. Well, we don't know, does he have the money or does he not have the money? That's one question. The other question is, who really has the money bag here? Is it Regina or is it Ned? That's another question. But everything is coming out and is being spilled. But at the end of the day, I tend to look at the bigger picture because, like I say, I don't like too much of gossip. We all like to gist, right? But I like to pick the lessons from here. And the lessons here for me is things like this are not going to end in Nigeria or in any third world where the money speaks, because people like Regina and her family are going to fall into the hands of grandpa, where Regina was pretty much. I don't care if Regina was like, this man was wealthy to the bones and Regina wanted to fall into it. Regina was a child. There was no reason why she should have been in that marriage in the first place. So yes, she got into it. Maybe her mother pushed her into it, which I highly believe so, because we already know how Nigerian girls are. I grew up in Nigeria too. At that age, I don't think there's anything my mom would have told me to do that I would think twice and not go for, because I would think that's my mom. She knows the best for me, number one. Number two, depending on the level, the level that they were at the time, if they really needed the money, she will fall. We've had people marry grandpa and great grandpas. It's not new. That's Africa. That's what happens in societies like that we have. Unfortunately, Regina got in there. Now, piggybacking on what Cece said, it's for everyone that has been married before. You know the person you married. You were there when it was busy tormenting Leila, the other wife, and all the other women that whatever they did on social media, when they came out and said anything, how he acted. How did you think that yours will be different? Or why did you think that yours will be different? So if she knew that she was going to do this, where she was actually going to walk away, the best thing she should have done is, if you're walking away from this, you travel the heck out of the country first. Leave Nigeria for him. And then when you get to where you are, figure out a way around it and never go back until everything is sorted. But once you're on that soil with him, you know that you are his property. The time, as long as the law cannot stand for Regina, Regina is Ned's property, not wife. Property, because that is what the law is making it look like, because no one is standing up for her. No one is doing anything. Everything that we're hearing on social media is either from her brother or her mother, and all of these stories back left and right and from her. But the law is not doing anything. So at the end of the day, this just goes back to patriarchy, right? She is Ned's property, and he's going to do exactly or whatever he needs to do with her, because as long as he cannot have her, nobody can have her, and she cannot be by herself. Now, is that right? No, but that is the society that we live in. When you know that's the kind of society you live in, you either conform or you figure out a way. But she was not smart. She wasn't smart. She didn't do it right. Because if it was you coming to America or you going to the UK somewhere, get there first. And then when you get there, you figure out how the country works and stay there. As long as that man leaves, you don't set your foot in Nigeria. But now she's there and she's going through all of this. It's unfortunate, but I don't know how this is going to end. But I have a feeling that at the end of the day, she's going to go back to him, because as long as she's in Nigeria, she's his property. That's just it. It's not right, but that's where we're at. And I don't understand why Ned is even giving any audience to the boy, her brother, and all of that. But that's part of someone who doesn't have emotional intelligence. If you say you have the money, you have lawyers, they can write something up, they can do something, but the power is in his hands. Even the culture is in his hands. The Umunas cannot do anything. Where were the Umunas when she was getting married off to this grandpa? What were they doing at the time? Her father wasn't there.
Love Roblox? Earn Roblox digital gift cards with Microsoft Rewards. Sign up for Microsoft Rewards and earn points for your everyday activities when you search.
With power or with influence, whatever he has, he still has the upper hand here. Unfortunately, I don't know how this is going to end for Regina, but as long as she's in Nigeria, it's not going to end well. That's just a fact. It's not, unfortunately.
Hmm. Honey,
Sorry,
babe.
can I say, can I? Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Can I say something? Because oh,
That
even
side was very funny.
sorry, that's what I yeah. Even though I've been very passionate, I get what Cece and I get what Yinka's Pepper are saying because I've been in a situation as much as I'm very, very vocal. When I was divorcing my husband, I didn't say shim. I didn't say jack. Me, I did exactly what Cece said. I pretend everything was good. Hunky dory. Mwah, mwah, You're going to the airport, not a problem. As soon as he left, I started moving in silence. So I get what Cece is saying. I exactly knew the type of ex I had that if I start making noise, it may not have ended well. And I'm being very honest. So I kept my mouth closed. I controlled this big mouth of mine and I moved in silence. So
I'm trying to
you
imagine you, honey, babe. I'm sorry. Trying to imagine that single.
I did. I'm being listen, I'm being very real. Yes,
Took
I'm
all the energy
argumentative.
you had in life.
The thing is that I'm very passionate about things, but I'm a different person when you see me in person. I can control myself. I'm just, this is about obviously having opinions, and obviously I'm going to be very passionate. But what I'm trying to say, sorry, you kind of distracted me. But what I'm trying to say, I moved in silence. The guy did not know I wanted to divorce, and I filed for divorce until he was like 4 or 5 months in Nigeria because I was talking to him all the time. How are you? Are you okay? There's certain things that you don't need to tell people your game plan. Now, I'm going to give her a pass because, like I said, when I divorced my husband, I was in my 30s. She's 20 something. So, naivety, experience, our emotions were not as regulated. So, I get it. But I think the problem is what CC says. She doesn't have a good circle or support system around. Because I had friends and I had my mom eventually that was able to advise me, do this, do that, do this. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the problem is, and I agree with what CC is saying, is that you saw what happened to other women, i.e. Layla, but you was cool because it wasn't you. But when it happens to you, we should all, you're crying wolf. And as much as I have an issue with that, I'm still going to give her empathy as a fellow woman. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think we should still give her that empathy, even though I agree with what CC's
As
saying.
a child.
Well,
So
when you're
for
as
me, sorry, go on.
24, I when I was 22, I bought my first house. So we can debate child at 22, 23. Yes, 18, 19, 20. But
Honey,
at
babe, we talk
23,
about
I
this all
had
the
my own
time.
mortgage. So
Honey,
again,
babe, we talk about this all the time. You're not the average 22-year-old.
I understand. I understand. So I
In
give yeah.
Nigeria, honey,
Okay.
babe, some people, because of all of the, what the issues we have with the school system and all of the strikes, right? You see how we go to uni 18 to 21 in the UK. Some Nigerians have not started uni at 21. Some Nigerian children have not started uni at 21 because of all of the issues, right? So we have to stop judging these kids,
Please.
the ones,
Okay.
sorry, especially the ones that grow up in more rural areas. Everything does not start and begin with Lagos and Abuja and Port Harcourt and maybe
Okay.
Benin.
Let
You
me
know,
finish what I'm
so
saying because I'm gonna forget what I'm gonna say. Then you can jump in. What I was going to say is that I'm pulled. I'm kind of being pulled in both directions because I hear and I agree with what Cece's saying, and I believe that because she's very young, she doesn't have a support system, and she doesn't have the experience to know that she needs to be quiet. Like I said, there's a reason, and I'm gonna say it out there because you know what I'm going to say, Abby. There's a reason why he cannot come to the UK. There's a reason he only goes to Arab countries. I'm not going to say any more than that. But
thank you.
what I will say is that everyone acting that Ned is a legitimate, he cannot come to the UK. Remember, he did his law. He did law in the UK. Why is he not coming to the UK anymore? So there's a
Two
lot of.
universities.
Did he go to Cambridge? I just
Which
want to double
Cambridge?
check
Which
that.
dash Does that person look like someone that can go to Cambridge? He
Oh
went to
my God.
kill Kill and King's College.
Oh
Abby,
my God.
stop.
Even I went to a better university than him. Can you imagine?
Do we not know the
Anyway,
people
let me
that
know.
used to go to college that
Can
used
you
to go to
imagine?
Cambridge?
Uncle
Where
Knowing
the hell
Beno.
is
people.
where is Kill? I don't even know
Uncle
where that is.
Beno.
One of these
Uncle
Yes.
Beno.
tiny, one of these
Can
tiny.
you
You know how
Oh
can
my
you
God.
put this UK people in order, please?
Sorry, let me. Sorry, I
That's
just want to
why I
get.
wanted
Let
to
me.
interject
You know
earlier.
what?
Honey Babe said she want to
No.
finish talking
Yeah.
because it's
What I'm
like
trying.
they are
What
missing the point altogether
no,
now.
Uncle Ben, let me finish
Uncle
what I'm saying.
Ben.
You may not agree with what I'm saying, but at least let me finish. You don't always have to agree with what we say. So, but what I'm trying to say to you is that you have to move in a certain way. Like I said to you, as much as I said that, if someone did that to my sister, yes, I will bash their face in. But at the same time, with maturity, I wouldn't, because I would be taking action. I would be collecting her passport. I would be picking her up. She would be in another country. That is what these people need to be doing. Rather than be ranting and raving on social media, they need to be moving in silence. They need to be doing certain things. I'm Paned. No, I can't respect someone that doesn't respect themselves. And the reason why I say that, you brought yourself so low to marry someone that could be your granddaughter, and you respect your in-law that is technically your son or you even your grandson to respect you. Make it make sense. You have lowered yourself to marry someone at the age of 64, and you expect, quote unquote, a small boy to respect you. I'm sorry, even Ned doesn't even, I will call him Ned. He doesn't even respect himself. And I think we shouldn't be respecting people just because they have money. Because many people have said that just because you have money doesn't mean you have sense. I'm going to say this: a normal, critical thinking person wouldn't marry a 17-year-old when you're 60 something. Am I wrong in saying this, panel? A normal person would not do that. So I think personally for me, I'm looking at him with a side eye from the very beginning, because to me, someone that will marry someone that is nearly 40 years younger than you, I'm sorry, there's something wrong with you. And yes, we need to be careful, but it's only because it's not based in the UK. Because I will say what it is, and with a hard P, as far as I'm concerned, and we shouldn't be afraid to say that. So all I'm going to say is that she needs to have a good support system around her, and they need to move in silence to get her out of that situation. All we can do is pray. But the reason why we're so passionate is because it's not even about Regina, it's about other girls in Nigeria that are subject to these type of conditions and are pushed to get involved with men like this. That's what we're getting triggered, and that's what we're passionate about. Thank you.
Honey
Thank
Babe,
you,
just
honey
one,
babe. Uncle Ben,
just,
can you come in then?
yeah,
Oh,
just
sorry,
one
sorry.
quick question on Honey Babe. Do you, when you look at the entire case right now, do you think Regina have a chance, or they will end up going back to beg Ned?
I can't really say because, like I said, I've not experienced Nigeria the way that Regina has. For me, my upbringing, I would say that she should be able to live in a civilized country. But we're dealing with Nigeria, and I'm saying that the fact that yes, I'm a fellow Nigerian, but let's call it as it is. Nigeria is not a civilized country. There's no the laws and the systems do not work, because in any intents and purposes, if you want to leave a marriage, you should be able to. The fact that this particular man views you as property, I find it highly shocking in 2025 that countries still regard women as property. We are not back in the Middle Ages. So, in a normal society, in a normal democratic country, yes, you should be able to leave. But I don't know. I can't predict the future. I'm not a witch or a wizard. I don't know. I would want her, if she really wants to be able to leave with no repercussions. But in reality, she'll probably have to go back. If that answers your question.
Yeah, yeah, kind of makes sense.
Okay, please,
Uncle
can I?
Dayo. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to remind us of two things, right? The first thing I want to remind us of is the thing about life is that one person could do one thing and it would work out, and the other person might do the same thing and it won't work out. That's how life is. Just like marriages, relationships, work, whatever. We could take the same path and it just will not work out the same way. Having said that, I think it's very important to remind people that it is obvious from what we have heard. And even without hearing this, I can imagine that that would be the case, because the only reason why a man would marry a girl that he's 40 years older than is because of control to a very large extent. There's something about control for him, in my own opinion. And also, we know that that comes with a lot of manipulation, a lot of gaslighting. So it ends up being, at the very least, emotional and mental abuse. Leave that aside. Now, I think it's important to remind people that if someone is threatening you, someone that has power and seemingly more money is threatening you, it's important to remember that the average person that does not have the same amount of power and money is going to resort to social media. Senator Natasha did it today. And she is Senator Natasha, and her husband apparently is rich. What did she do? She put pressure on the immigration by bringing out her phone and going live. That is the society we live in now. So I need to remind you that there's a very high chance that, as much as I do not like Regina's brother's approach, and I feel like they talk too much, there's a very high chance that the only reason why social media is what they've resorted to, because people are saying call the lawyers, all of that, it doesn't work in Nigeria, is because there is something about social media that puts pressure on people to act right. That is the reason people, you will see someone will start getting harassed, and the next thing they bring out their phone saying, "Hi TikTok, hi Instagram," because it makes people like to be seen a certain way by the public. So they adjust. They may adjust. Now, I believe that that is what Regina was attempting to do, to make him adjust and stop threatening her to come back home. And that has not worked in her favor. But Regina is not the first, she's not the last. Like I said, today, Senator Natasha did it. And it put pressure on immigration, and they released her passports. Immigration, you could see them. I don't know if anybody saw that video. They said scrambling, going up and down. Clearly, they were making calls and trying to figure out what to do, and they had to release her passports. Now, secondly, the other point of she saw it happen to Layla. What did she see happen to Layla? I asked the question in the chat earlier. I said, if I'm in the house with my dad and my dad beats up my brother, what do? I pack my bag and start leaving, because it's not me that was beaten. You sit down in the corner and mind your business. Regina was already a wife, and there's a very high chance that she was already going through the tough time with her husband. And like we already know, we've already established that there's a very high chance in the last couple of years she's been pretending to have a better life than she actually did. Because that's what these kind of people do. Plus, she's a social media person, right? She's a popular person. So she was always going to put her best foot forward and make things look like they were not curated. I've said that before. Social media is created. Believe everything you see on social media at your own risk. So she was already in the marriage. So you're telling me that she was not going through similar to what Layla was. And let's be honest now, in a polygamous relationship, the last wife is enjoys until she does not enjoy anymore. So they are in the same situation, right? In the same house. What did you want her to do? She already knew about Layla after the marriage. It was too late. Thirdly, Jaruma, and lastly as well, Jaruma. Jaruma was defaming them, right? If you reach your turn and you marry senator, no arrest Jaruma, no arrest them. That's all I have to say.
Let
Can
me
I?
respond to that. So the same
Oh, good.
defaming, that her brother is doing to him. What's the difference? Is he not using the same tactic? He's saying that he's arrested them because what they're on social media doing right now is defaming him and his character. So then, if you're saying that it's the same thing, when it reach everybody's turn, they shouldn't arrest him. That's why I said the same thing that he has done previously. He's shown his hand and how he moves. It was okay when it wasn't affecting her. Now that it's affecting you and it's the pain is now on your family. There's a problem. You know how the man moves. You went online, the lady went online, was defaming them. What did they do? They used their power to arrest. She was standing right there, enjoying when the lady was being harassed, enjoying when she was being arrested. It wasn't a problem. But now your brother is doing the same thing. He's online, saying all manner of things. Where are the receipts? All these things that they're saying, it's defamation. They've not pulled any receipts to back up what they're saying. They're spewing whatever they're saying. Yeah, freedom of speech. But if he feels like you're defaming him, then the same tactic that he used on Jeruma that was okay with you then, he's doing the same thing now. So what's the problem? That's what I'm saying. So all of these things, it's like you see somebody mistreating somebody, but when it's not you that it's affecting, there's no problem. Then you are enjoying it. You are not bothered. You liked it when your husband was doing muscle and arresting people because they were saying things online. Yet you forgot that people are allowed to have their opinions. They can say what they want to say about you. It's for you to either turn the other cheek, or go down the appropriate route. Not use your influence and your power to pick them up and harass them and throw them in prison. Now that the shoe is on the other foot, you are complaining and crying. And I'm just like, hello, auntie. When it was now it's your brother's turn, you're crying. But when it was that lady's turn, you are not crying. Just like you went into a marriage. It's not like she went into a marriage and it was the first wife. You went into a marriage that this man has married five women before you. Not one of them are with him, or not any of those marriages are successful and happy. But you're saying, or you want us to believe that she's so naive that she entered thinking everything is good, good, gaga, everybody's happy. Come on. So for me, it's like you can see a pattern in this man. This man has not had a stable, successful marriage with any of these women. In the moment that you entered, when it was sweet for you, the wife before you, he was having problem with that wife. You can't tell me that when he was laying down with you doing pillow talk, he was not discussing what was going on with his ex. The type of man that Ned is showing himself to be now, you think he's gonna be talking about his ex-wife in a pleasant manner. So you entered that marriage knowing, or at some point you realize. So it's not to say, oh, when your daddy's beating your siblings, you're not siblings. You're not siblings. You entered a marriage with a man that has been married to multiple women, not one, not two, not three, five women before you. None of them are working, but you think your own turn will be okay. That's why, for me personally, I have a big issue with women like Regina, because all she is a pick me. When it was working for her, she was enjoying. She was enjoying him mistreating other women when he was using his power when it benefited her. Now that the shoe is pinching you, your family are online. Oh, we need help. We need people to help us. No, we're not going to help you. Me personally, I'm not involved. You don't get my sympathy. You don't really get my time. I'm only discussing this because we're discussing it on the platform. Any other time, it's really not content that I even care about. Because if you can sit back and see another woman being mistreated, when she entered the marriage, before she had her kids, she was looking after Layla's kids. So you can't tell me that this man was giving her, a mother, access to her children. That lady was not even in the country. She didn't have access to her children. It was Regina that was looking after Layla's kids before she had her own children with this guy. So what are we saying? It's just like when I was dating. I'm not gonna date a man that speaks badly about his ex. I'm not gonna date a man who does not have his children. He doesn't see them regularly. But then I'm gonna get into that relationship and I feel like, oh, this man is gonna treat me better than his ex. When we have kids, he's going to look after my kids. When the relation ends, he'll be taking. Am I a fool? I'm sorry. Sometimes as women, we need to accept that sometimes we do things because we feel like we are better than other women. And when that treatment now becomes our thing, we look for sympathy. And I'm not part of your sympathy train. Okay? She said she wants to cry in a Lamborghini. Please continue crying in your Lamborghini. You said that you're not being abused in your marriage. You're not being abused in your marriage. Go back to your husband and let us
Sissy,
rest. Thank you and good
you are
night.
not Sissy, you are not coming for our barbecue again.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I hear
Over to you.
I'm not.
I
Uncle
hear
Beno,
what Cece's I
Uncle
hear what
Beno.
Cece's saying. I really hear
Uncle
what Cece's
Dayo,
saying.
Uncle Dayo, can you go, please? Uncle Dayo.
Yes, Uncle Beno, I want to say something. First off, I want to make a shout out to Sister Yinkus Pepe for our contribution, and I want to also make a shout out to my beautiful sister, Onyin Consola, Sister Onibabe. Now, what they said would have been the perfect idea of how to have played this man. Let us assume that she wants out of the marriage. That would have been a perfect solution to the issue. But there is something also tying to it, which Sister Yinkus Pepe said that in Nigeria, and she's correct, in Nigeria, Regina is not just a wife, she's a property of Ned as it is today. She's a property. It's not something that she can just wake up and say, okay, I'm going. But also, I want to believe that if she's really serious about leaving him, she can leave. no matter how powerful Ned is, if she wants to leave, she can leave. And if at all she wants to leave, she has to adopt the strategy that Onibe proposes, which is don't show your hand until you have really gotten what you want. Because, but unfortunately, the people we are talking about here, both Sammy and Reggie, their generation does not apply that kind of wisdom. Their generation wisdom is only on social media. That is their only solution for every problem that they have. Tell a Gen Z, do this thing this way, this way. Their first port of call is social media. They believe so much in social media. That's why everything they want to, 95% of whatever agency will do is to come out on social media first. Not
For that, I'm not
everything
stepped.
can be solved. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm not throwing shade at you. I'm sorry. I'm just talking generally now. The thing is that not everything should be brought to the social media space. There are some things that you do codedly and you get the results. Because anything you bring to the social media space, you must remember one thing: it is no longer in your control. And number two, it will remain there forever, good or bad. So why bring your matter? Why bring some sensitive matter like that onto the social media? That is where I faulted Regina and her family. But that is what our generation does. So she's just behaving true to type. Now let's move on to Uncle Ned. Uncle Ned is baby boomer for crying out loud. I can't imagine somebody like my like my like my big brother Uncle Patrick now fall into this kind of a thing. Are you getting me now? For you to know the age disparity between her, I mean, between Ned and Reggie, the guy is 40 years older than the wife, clearly a grandpa. And yet, because I'm not going to Aubrey for anybody, I'm not going to Aubrey for Ned or for this Regina, whatever, whatever. Both of them are guilty. Both of them are guilty. Whether Regina was persuaded, whether she does not know what she was doing, or whether she knew what she was doing, or whether Ned was looking for something, whether he was not looking for something, both of them are guilty. Let us face the fact. That's the truth. But where we are now, I'm not sure that Regina is ready to leave that marriage. Because if he's truly ready to leave that marriage, he should have done it codedly. All this matter bringing it to social media, it just will whip up sentiment. And I can bet you, this same social media is what they're going to use to bring her back to Ned. There are better ways to go about these things. If she really wants to leave, there are better ways to go about these things than all what she's doing now. And to even make the matter worse, her family are not helping her. Abby pointed that out earlier on when she said that her family are not moving right. Everything they are doing is just spoiling her case the more, and that is the truth. She should have cautioned her family in on this matter. Every fact that they have, everything that they wanted to do, they will have been storing it to be revealed at the appropriate time, not on social media. Already they've already shown their hands, and they've equipped Ned with everything to fight them with. You don't work like that. But who am I? They're just behaving true to type. Their generation believes in social media so much and they believe they can solve every problem with social media. No, social media can only influence. That is why we have influencers. But we have people that make things happen. They don't influence, they just act. And when they act, you see the results. That is what Ned is doing, even though he's doing it in a negative way. So we need to learn all these things. When somebody want to do something that is as critical and as good as this, please do it codedly and try to learn. Learn from people that are older than you. Learn from experience. The tortoise say that a child that learn from other people's mistakes is his child, but the one that makes mistake before he learns is not his child. Let us learn from other people's mistakes. That's why you need to seek for counsel. People that have gone through the same thing, or people that you have seen experience the same matter before you, learn from them, learn from their mistake, learn from their successes. They can be able to equip yourself with your own decision. Thank you.
Sorry, I wanted to say that the reason why I brought in Senator Natasha and what happened with immigration recently is to explain that social media applies pressure. Not that it's the same case. That's the context. And Uncle Dio, I don't agree with you. We've seen so many situations where people have brought out their phones, and that is what has kept them safe, right? Even in the case of Nigeria, social media played a very big part as to how far we took NSAS and the government of Nigeria being sanctioned. Yes, it did not go far, but it starts from somewhere. So yes, I understand that older generations might not really understand social media or believe in it. But when you're dealing with unsafe situations, in this situation, I would like to think that Regina is an unsafe situation. If someone is richer and more powerful than you, they may feel pressure from social media. Imagine now that the number of people that have seen this thing. Imagine you have the likes of all them. Is it Coco, what's the only one? Coco Mama, VDM, and them lots. Even if I don't exactly care for that, imagine that they come to her aid. Just give an example. There's so many situations that we've seen that if not for social media, they would not have gotten advice. People, because of social media, people get free legal aid that they cannot afford. Because of social media, people get people to get them out of the country from unsafe situations. We see it every day. Now, in this situation, you don't think it might work, but we don't know the situation. I believe that if you're dealing with a networker remember that this same man, they told us how he collected plenty land from his village people and claimed them as his allegedly. If you're dealing with a man that is that vicious, a man that is that vindictive, you might need social media to keep yourself alive at the very least. That's all I'm saying. Not that it's the same situation. The reason why Senator Natasha thought, what can I do now? Put immigration under pressure. She brought out her phone. It puts people under pressure. When people are under pressure, people don't like to seem like the bad people to the public. They adjust. That is normal across the board. They adjust. You have to be an extremely mad person to not adjust when you can see that the world is watching you. That is what I'm trying to say here. It doesn't mean it always works out, but it is often a good start. I can tell you 10 scenarios where social media came through. And for the likes of people like Precious and then lockdown went back, that's what I'm saying. In some situations, because it is Nigeria, people don't really come to your aid. And quite frankly, the average Nigerian are bad belle. The average Nigerian is bad belle. What are you going to say? You were enjoying a Lamborghini, you did not call us. Now you want us to save us. So, of course, at some point, things like this don't end up being heard because, after all, you were enjoying a Lamborghini and you did not call us. Now you're calling us. That is what a lot of Nigerians say. So, who's going to help them even if they come out to talk? But the chances are when you feel unsafe and in that situation, what are you supposed to do? I'm trying to even put myself in that situation. If anything happens, I remember I told you guys a couple live streams ago where I had an Amazon driver attack me. That was my first thought. There was nobody else around. I needed to document because at least even if I died that day, my social media will see that this is what might have happened to help them with my case. That is yes, it's Gen Z, but there's so many millennials, there's so many older people that this same social media has saved their lives today.
Uncle B.
Sister
Hey.
Yinka,
My own
Yes,
is,
sir.
I think,
I'm here.
sorry,
please,
go
Sister
on.
Yinka, your take, ma.
Yes, I just wanted to say that I do agree with Abby as far as social media and how social media can help, especially with Regina. But I still stand with Honey Babe and Cece, especially on how to act. They say when you want to catch a monkey, you got to act like a monkey. That's just it. You already know the kind of power that this man holds. Yes, she could still use social media, but what she would have done in her case, act like everything is fine, like there's no problem. Talk your way into his heart. Do the things that he didn't even that you even said you wouldn't do for him before. Do them. Get your passport. Leave the country. Go to the US or something. Get there, then bring your receipts. Bring your proof. Splash the internet with everything because you know you're not going back. You cannot do all of that on the same soil that you're on with the man that has the power. Let's just be real, right? Nigeria is not normal. It's not like US. It's not a normal country. Even in the US, if you mess with the higher ups, you will be erased like you never even existed. There are people that can do that, that you were never even born. Not to talk about Nigeria.
Oh, thank you for saying that to Sister Yinka, because I was gonna go that route,
Because it's
and they will tune my butt if I talk am. But thank
because
you.
even the US is not it's just that those kind of things don't happen every day, but trust me, they do happen everywhere. But the fact of the matter is that if she's a Nigerian and she moved as though everything was fine, everything was perfect, no wahala, everything is good. You're doing, I mean, that, but the time you come out on social media with your receipts, this man will have a heart attack and just pass and just die pretty much because he was not expecting it. He's a grandpa after all. But what I'm trying to say is that you don't show your hands. You act like you already know the kind of man that you're with. That was your husband. That's not a stranger to you. You know how he moves. You know how he doesn't like people coming at him. So you play wise, which at this point, she's an adult now. Now I excused her, how her mother may have been part of how she ended up with this man. But now she's a full blown adult, which means everything that she does is on her, not on anybody. She's not a child anymore. So if you're not wise enough to read between the lines and do what you got to do to be safe, I would actually say, you know what? Leave the children. Leave them with their father. Find your way out of the country. Find your way into his heart, then out of the country. When you get there, bring all your receipts and then show your hands. But you cannot show your hands on the same soil. It's Nigeria we're talking about. She's not, I mean, she grew up there. She's there. She was born there. She was raised there. And you know the kind of man that you're with. I mean, I'm just saying that at this point, whatever happens to Regina, I'm sorry, it happens. I'm talking because I'm worried. I worry for the other girls, the young girls that may end up in the situation as this. Sissy had mentioned in the comment section about Shadi Okoya. Yes, Shadi Okoya was young. Shadi Okoya was actually a friend of one of the Baba's friends. And guess what? Shadi Okoya ended up marrying this man. And this man is a Muslim with multiple wives. But guess what? A lot of our girls think that when you marry an older man, they take care of you. And that's what they usually used to do. When you marry an older man that is way older than you, they pamper you to stupor. Like they will spoil you rotten with everything. Because the things that you can give them, their wives no longer can give them. That's what they used to say, right? Ned is different. Ned is doing something else with his girls. I don't know whatever it is that he's
One
doing with
one
them.
Don Pedro for you, sister. One Don
So
Pedro. Because when I'm 60, I need somebody to take care of me.
no, you can't. No, it doesn't apply in this day and age anymore.
Same.
Why? Because back then, a lot of the wives, the men were toiling on their own. They were providing for the families. The women were home taking care of the children. And the men did not know the value that their wives brought into their lives by being there to take care of their children. Because trust me, when you're home taking care of a child, that in itself is full time. It's like 3 or 4 full-time jobs because you have no rest, no vacation, none of that. But they didn't understand the value. But then when they got to the time where they have money and all of that, they're looking at all these small girls. But then when they bring the small girl, they're pampering her, they're giving her all the love, all the attention because they want her to stay. Sade got that. And not only did Sade get that, she had the chance to even build herself within the company and make her own money and do well with the Baba. So Sade is, if most girls look at Sade, they will say, wow, I want a Baba like that. Like, I don't mind marrying a Baba like that because I know that my life will be straight, right? Unfortunately, that's where it's at. But Regina's case is not like that. She married a grandpa too, but hers went south. But then you know the kind of man you married. So you got to act accordingly. You cannot be acting stupid all the time. You're still acting stupid. You're 20 something now. You're not 19, 17, 18 anymore. So what sense have you acquired all the while you were there? When you were chopping the money and living the life and blowing all the internet, what was that? I'm sorry. I like to hold people accountable, right? If you got in there and everything wasn't good when you got in there, then you play accordingly. But you got there, you were enjoying now. We were not there when you were spending the money and when it was tormenting Leila and the other wives and everything. I think you were okay with it now because if you had talked to him to say, this is not right, you shouldn't be doing this because you have his heart. Is at that time she had his heart in her own hands. She could have made him do some things. Well, I don't know. I wasn't in the marriage. I'm just saying. I'm just speculating here. But at the end of the day, you have to move smart. You cannot be moving stupid. You already know the kind of man he is. So you cannot be acting like that on Nigerian soil. The only thing right now, let me tell you something. The only reason right now that Regina is still breathing is because she's already put all this on social media. So if anything happens to her, they know who to hold. Right? That's the only reason. But if she had not said anything on social media, she still shouldn't be moving like this. You leave the country first, then you move crazy when you get to where you need to get to. Not the way that it is right now. But unfortunately, I will have to tell you this, everyone. I can tell you that Regina is going to go back to him. And not only is she going to go back to me, her family is going to go beg Ned before he takes her back. That's the Nigeria that we have. That's what I have. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Sister Yinka. You are the second person who actually retracted what I said on Auntie B show today. That all this one where we they talk, we online in-laws, we are just enjoying the entertainment. At the end of the day, my instinct tells me Regina and her mom, they will still go and beg Ned because they are moving about this the wrong way. That's my opinion. Now, Abby has a very valid point that when you use social media this day and age, it brought attention to issues, people talk about it. But at the same time, if you're going to use social media like this, you still have to examine, you have to evaluate the situation. Will that social media be at your advantage? What is the end goal here? I'll give you an example now. Do you think if people say, hey, let us go and protest justice for Regina, do you think people will come out and protest? No, because the same social media is where Regina and her family have insulted a lot of people, throw those fake lies from everybody's face. So I don't think it will work in their favor. But anyway, let's quickly move on to something else I think people are not shining light on.
Sorry,
Regina
Uncle
is
Ben,
being
Uncle Ben,
used.
can I ask you a question, or can I ask Auntie Inka a question about this traveling to America?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Do you think that someone like Regina can travel without immigration flagging her? Do you think that somebody like Ned does not have all of his wife's passports in his possession? Like,
That
we need
you didn't get what I said. I'm
no, I
not saying
understand
that he
what she
doesn't
said. I'm
have the
just
power.
saying, I
Okay.
know, I'm just saying that I don't think that we're understanding that this person, even before Regina, when we heard about how he treated his villagers and stuff, like people from his village, I don't think we're understanding how vindictive and dogged this guy is. I don't think there was an option to travel to the one that went to Morocco, the guy to Morocco. Why did she not easily run away to our own country? I don't think we're understanding how, I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on.
It's unfortunate if it's that bad that she can't do
I
anything, then
think
there's no need to make the noise because
and to
the
you, for you to be a part of a village and you collectively collected people's the man must be brutal. That's what I'm saying. I don't think people understand how dangerous a situation she might be in. This kind of person, I'm sure her passport will be flagged at immigration. He's a
you
senator as well. It's long, go. It's
I
long.
get you, Abby, but you say the man must be brutal, right? If the man is that brutal, after even with all of this turmoil going on, Regina was online flashing house, flashing the life, right? No, that's not a woman who is afraid and knows that the person that she's with is brutal. That's not how they act. I'm sorry. I don't agree with them.
I don't think I don't think she's not afraid. I think that she's stupid. And I also think that according to what Cece said, I do think that Regina believes that she's special. Because if you actually want to do the math amongst other wives, if we're going to be, should I say, materialistic, right? In a sense, she might feel like she's special because she's the one that's an Hollywood star. She's the one that has all these popular friends. So she has so many reasons to feel like she's special. I'm not supporting that is a good thing. Actually, it's a bad thing because that is pride, right? It is pride that makes you feel like you're untouchable. So when you put all of the wives and line them up, she is special. She's the last. She's the youngest. She's the one that is a star. She's the one that has 15 million. She's the one that is of the opinion that because of her, he has a political career. So she feels like she's special. And again, I'm not saying it's a good thing. But can you see how she feels that way? So I do think that she felt like, you know what, I can get away with this because I have 50 million followers. I'm Regina Daniels. I'm the country sweetheart. I'm the Nollywood star that has always been there as a star since I was a child. I think that's where her mentality is. And that's why I already criticized it in the beginning. Same thing with her brothers. These people are children and acting like children. It's the same reason why I said I'm not talking about Pella and Jarvis. They are children that do not want to grow up. So those things exist. But I do think that it doesn't take away from the fact that she's in an unsafe situation. Like two things can coexist. That's all I'm saying. And quite frankly, I empathize with her because I've looked at it from different corners. It is long. Living is long. Staying is long. She's stuck. I don't know what she's gonna do. She can't leave. She can't stay. And
All
really,
right.
according to Uncle Ben, she has to go back and beg because it's probably easier for her to be with him. I
Yep.
don't know.
All right. Let's quickly cover something else. Thank God we have mature people on the panel. Thank you, everybody, and shout out to people in the chat. Sister Chinye, I see you. M. Jones, thank you, everybody. Now let's talk about Regina leaving her children behind. Now, I'm gonna open the discussion this way. Make una no come for me, oh. Honey babe, more than no come.
Uncle Ben, we can't hear you anymore.
We can't hear you. We
Can
lost
you
you.
hear
I
me
just
now?
Okay, we can hear you now.
yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes, can hear you.
Okay, it's my My AirPod is switching up and down. Make no verse. Can you still hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
we
we can.
can.
All right, thank you. So I'm gonna take a hard stand here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've seen a couple of people blame Regina and said, "What kind of a woman leave her children and run away? What kind of?" And I've seen some people come out and defend Regina and said, "You can't take Ned children, no, you can't," and all of that. So let us explore this angle. If you ask me, there is nothing wrong with a woman leaving her children behind in order to save her own life or maybe to get out of a toxic marriage. That's my stand. I do not fault Regina on that one. I know a lot of mom can't do it. They can't step out and say, "Oh, I'm just going to leave my children with this." That's why some of them will stay. But for me, if the situation is a matter of life and death, and you somehow don't trust the man you are anymore, please leave those children behind. They will survive. They're gonna be okay. What are your thoughts regarding that area, real quick, please? Let's start with Cece.
Yes, Uncle Ben.
Cece, would you leave your kids behind and save yourself first, like Regina did? And do you think that's a good move? What would you advise women generally?
I think I can't put myself in that situation, to be honest, because I'd want to find a way to go with my kids. But I think normally we would the advice is always you need to save yourself, right? You can only save yourself and then save your kids after. That's just a standard thing. Logistically, it's easier. Moving one person is easier than moving three people, right? And in the country like Nigeria, it's not even just a Nigerian thing, it's an African thing. Usually if the parents separate, the kids stay with the father. That's even in Uganda. We have the same thing. If you want to separate, the children have to stay with the man, right? So it's a cultural thing usually. So if the woman wants to leave, she can leave. And we always say that any woman who's been abused, it's better for you to leave and stabilize yourself, get to safety, and then think of a way to kind of reunite with your kids afterwards. Yeah, so that to me would be the best advice. It's a difficult one, but it makes the most sense. And the type of man that he is, clearly he never allows his ex-wives or wives to go with the children, so that is already a non-negotiable, right? So I think in some aspects she's seen it before with Layla. Layla left, the kids stayed there, and he looked after the kids or whatever, had nannies or all these things. So she would have to leave with her. She would have to leave and start her life without her kids, unfortunately. Well, for now.
Honey babe? No. Where's Honey
Who
babe?
was who? That wasn't me. That wasn't me. Sorry, that wasn't me. You need to mute people. That was not me. Sorry. I was gonna say that I agree with Cece. Naturally, the advice would be, you know how it is in the plane. They say that, when the masks come down, do yourself first, because you need to save yourself first before you can help anybody, especially your children or whoever is sitting next to you on the plane. My gut reaction would be that I would want, if it was me, and I would want to take my kids with me. But if the circumstances are where you can't, then the advice would be save yourself first and then figure out a way to kind of, maybe later on when things are better or where you have legal advice, blah, 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 then look for your kids. But if it's a case where there's delete issues going on, you have to save yourself first. Thank you.
Uncle Dyer.
Yes, thank you, Okubeno. I quickly want to say something like this. Number one, the issue of Regina leaving her kids behind or maybe going with her kids, you and I know that that may not be possible because of the now it's like putting a target on her back because Ned will come for her. I want to believe if the way she has left now, if not that our brothers were like doing what is wrong, that have made Ned now to not come after them, I don't believe Ned will have taken this approach in coming after. I believe Ned will have gone the highway of saying that when she's tired, she will come back to me. But because of the abuse and because of all these shenanigans going on by our brothers, Ned have to come into the gutter with them. Because in this case now, she wants out. And her leaving the kids is to secure that Ned will not come after her. Will have no reason to come after her, at least not for now. Because Ned being a proud man, we believe that she can't go anywhere. She will come back to me. If not for what is happening by when a family are now coming out after Ned, blah, 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 say that Ned said this, Ned said that. If they have kept quiet, Ned would have had any reason to come for them. But now it has happened. It has happened. And secondly, I quickly want to comment on what Abby said. Abby said that she cannot leave the country because maybe her passport will have been flagged. You did not hear what CC? I mean, you did not hear what Honey Babe and Stanyika said properly. She could travel. In fact, it will be Ned that will buy the ticket for her to travel outside. She should just play along. If you had that part, you would have said that she cannot travel out. She can travel out. She will just play cool, play her part, do everything. Ned will buy her ticket. Oh, I want to go and do vacation in the US. She will buy her the ticket, even put her on private jet. Only when she gets there, she will now implement her plan. That's what we are saying. It's not about coming out to show your hand. It's about doing things codedly. Thank you.
Oh wow, Misty, would you support a woman leaving the children behind and leave?
So I feel like pretty much everybody I concur with what the previous panel already talked about with respect to either leaving the children behind or moving with them. I think it's safety first for her, and then the rest can follow. But personally, I have only one child. I'll live with her, whether the circumstances are favorable or not. Like, she follows me. So yeah, that's me. However, in this instance,
You said that you're not gonna leave the baby?
No, I'll not. I cannot.
Really?
I shall
Misty,
not.
you are a typical African woman.
Uncle Beno, you need to know who you're dealing with when you're dealing with me. That's my child. That's my blood. I carried her in my womb for 8 freaking months. Okay? I am not leaving her anywhere for another person. Not a man, not a woman, nor anybody. Okay? So that's me personally. But when I'm giving you advice, it's first, you take care of yourself, your safety first, and then you can, when you're in a safe place and in a safe space, you can take care of the children. I think the one very important thing we need to realize is that Senator Ned, when he came out and he issued a statement and did expose his wife, Regina, that she has been doing substances and she needs to go back to rehab. I'm thinking from the legal point of things, he was setting up a case where should she go to court and try to claim custody, he's already set her up to be an unfit parent, somebody who does substances.
Right on, Mama. I'm enjoying this. Thank you.
Somebody who does substances is not fit to have children around her, and so she would not have custody of the children, but maybe she could have access, because there's a difference between custody and access. Access means you can visit, and possibly he would request for supervised visits, where there's an official official from the courthouse supervising her visit, or somebody mutually agreeable that has been given an opportunity to supervise that visit by the court. So I feel like he was already setting that stage in advance. So she cannot, at this point in time, it's a bit difficult for her to claim custody of the children legally because there's that allegation, unless she can prove otherwise that, he was lying and she's not done substances before. The other thing that I think Sisi pointed out, in many African traditions, when you are legally married, especially traditionally married, the children are considered to be that of the husband. So when you separate or when you divorce, then the children remain with the man. In court, in legally speaking, the children would be it would be considered, their ages would be considered if they're too young and they are dependent on their mom and the circumstances are right for the mother and not a mother who is doing substances or anything. She would then have custody of the children until they're at a certain age where the father can have them. However, I must acknowledge as well, there are certain African societies where children actually belong to the women. I learned about that not so long ago, and it was, that was something that puzzled me. But yeah, there are countries in Africa where children are considered that of women, not men. So yeah, that's my position. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
I was
I
talking
thank you,
about that.
everybody.
I was talking about that before. Angola is one of those countries, they're matrimonial,
Right.
so
Where
they're
women own the children.
women own the children, and in a lot of
Okay.
cases, so I have cousins that their mom is Angolan and their surname is actually hyphen their mom's surname.
Right.
So it's that serious for parts of like Angola as well. So I was talking on it. I think I was talking about it on the previous live stream actually, but yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
also among the Luo people where Sisi and I belong, if you did not marry the woman and you had children, the children belong to the woman, not the man.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Igbo culture as well, Nigeria.
Right.
Yeah.
If you don't marry the woman, the children belong to the woman.
The
Yes.
woman's
If
family.
you haven't
So
traditionally
the children
married the woman and fulfill the traditional rights,
Yeah.
but you cohabited with her, you had children, those children don't belong to you. They belong to the woman and the family of the woman. You cannot claim them as a man.
Yeah, there are many. That practice is common in some areas in
Uncle
Nigeria.
Benjamin, that's what happened with your boy, your favorite boy.
Yeah, that's why there are some places that if a woman have children for you, you don't marry her and all of that. If she passed, you still have to marry her. You go even do party, everything before you can bury her and stuff. All right, let me just cool the nerve a little bit with this, and then we can begin to start rounding up by diving on one or two other people. I see CC is back. CC is really
Oh
ready
God,
to
Uncle
come and
Ben,
do
who
Bass Boost
again?
tonight. I don't see. Anyway, listen to this as far as Ned case is concerned.
Regina, your man say a pan no get money. I been a year they pepper me. A pan no get money. He say una give her 50,000 when they do campaign of election. Yeah, una dey spend money for sugar daddy. A Juma, old prick, ancestors prick. Yeah, that's what they do for you. I see why you they do the way you did. A pan no get money. Man, I want fuck come out for my socket. You don't hear this kind of thing before. So Regina, all the pepper where you put for my eye. Now audio pepper. Oh, now what are we there? But I defeat. Eh? The pen no get money. Who get Lambo? Who will rent a private jet? Ah, Calibash. Believe what you see, social media at your own risk. What is this? Is this true? Your mama said she used her resource to campaign for her. When did they campaign? Oh, headache, they worry me. Oh, Ancestors break for free. Oh, chapala. Oh, we know if we talk too much now. May not be like say, oh, this you give her fame for free. Oh, young boys don't suffer. So because those guys, Regina, we stand by you. Headache they worry me. So leg not get money. It just they use una wey be the wife. Now audio. Oh my god, I get headache. Anybody else?
All right. I just quickly want to bring that out as part of this conversation. It's crazy. Abby, remember when you said uh, Regina do not have anything of her own, and I was stunned on that show. I was being real. And as I dig for that, I realized that it's like that girl really don't have much of her own. And I think that's one of the reasons why the moment she ran away from Ned's house, she quickly want to show people that, hey, I've just bought my house. I just have this, I have that. Now, but
Ben, that's not
that
what I said though on the previous show.
why how did you say that she
Context was
doesn't have
very
this
different.
now?
That a lot of the cars and stuff are shared.
Mm.
They are in
They are
Ned's
shared. I mean, she doesn't have
Yeah,
it
but
now.
the way you are saying with this context, you are saying it as if she does not have money of her own that does not concern Ned.
No,
What
no,
we're
no.
talking
See,
about was now I just want you to get the context right. Not because me and you know what we're saying. I'm talking about the audience. They
yeah.
might not understand your context.
Okay,
Context
okay,
is
good.
a lot of the cars and jewelry allegedly in the house was shared by all of the wives. So that's why you will see them with that same red Ferrari and the same Prados and all. That's what it is. And I did mention that even the way she dresses and a lot of her luxury goods they look very fake to me, in my opinion. So it seems like I don't know what she got from the marriage. That's the context. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks for clarifying in that. Now, the other aspect that I want to quickly let us touch on before we close this chapter is one area people undermine a lot, and that's the area that scared me the most. Even Regina brother in his rant on Easter story, is that not what they call that place where he post share all of those things, Abby?
Yes, Insta story. Yes.
How do people even post on that Insta story? I don't think do I have that thing on my
Yeah,
Instagram, Safe?
of
I
course
don't
you
know.
do.
I hear Insta story. I'd never seen those stories. But
I'm
anyway,
sure I've seen you
that's
post
by
a
the
story
way.
before. Maybe you do not know what you do.
Story,
Yeah, I've seen you post before. I'm sure I've seen it.
Maybe
Maybe you just don't know
after
what
the
it's
show, you
called.
will, you will show me.
Yeah, I'll show you, sir.
I don't know what is Insta story. Everybody will say, oh, I saw it on there. So I'll just be like, wait till be this story. Anyway, men are not come for me. I'll be old school. Wanna leave me
It's
alone.
like that
So,
WhatsApp whatever that expires after 24 hours. It's the same thing. But Instagram's own.
okay.
You know the WhatsApp thing that you status that you post.
Yeah.
It expires after
Okay.
24 hours, but the one on Instagram is the same idea.
All right, cool. So when Regina brother was ranting, the guy stylishly underplay the concept of juju in all of this. He said, and for those of you saying Regina did ritual, something, marriage ritual, you guys just stop. There is nothing like that. And then he move on. Now, I just want to sample the opinions of the panelists here. Do you think Uncle Ned did not have anything on a young girl, young virgin, according to them, vibrant, who is in the entertainment industry, being in the midst of all these six-pack gym rat boys all the time? You think Uncle Ned just leave her waka like that? Nothing ties her down. And I also heard some people say, oh, the marriage they had, that is just normal. It's our culture or something. Listen, from my little knowledge of how many of these traditional things work, when they're gonna hook you down with juju, or when they wanna put some juju on you so that no man can ever sleep with a lady, they don't tell the lady that is what they are doing. People around won't even know what is going on. Only the juju priest and some people who are older, we know that something is ongoing. So let's look at that aspect, because I think that's the most important aspect of all of these things we are discussing now. I had this same conversation, I think, with my wife, and I told my wife that, hey, babe, I think the better way Regina could afford this man is if Regina can find a young billionaire, or even if it's not a billionaire, but a guy that is very, very rich and is very, very connected. That's one of the ways she can fight this. But
What
who do
you mean?
you think
Find him
will
to marry
just
him
hold
or
on?
what, Uncle Ben?
No, 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 no. Even as boyfriend or something first.
Uncle Ben, if you
That's
have
one
a
of the ways she can say,
son,
just,
Uncle Ben,
just
if
let
you're
me
a
finish.
billionaire now and you have a son, will you marry Regina with all this mess? Uncle Ben, you're not being realistic.
Just let me land now. Like I said, I was having the conversation with my wife. I was kind of looking at all the options of how she can get out of this. So I was just saying that what would be the best way to work for her was, okay, she left this man now. Let's say she have a man, a boyfriend, a billionaire, or somebody who is very, very rich and connected. Then the battle will be so easy for her to fight. But this aspect of this juju side, that possibly there is something we call magun. We've discussed it here before. I don't know what you call it in other tribes, but in English they call it thunderbolt. There is something called magun. It's very, very active in all those riverine area, Yoruba riverine area, Ijo, Ihobo, all those side. I don't know about Igbo people, but I know say Niger Delta they get and it's called magun. If you suspect your wife is cheating on you and she's lying or something, and you see that really she's cheating on you with certain man, you really want to send that man to the grave beyond, you can drop magnum for her, for the man. All you have to do is you put it on a broom, the woman step over it, that's all. Within 7 days, if the man slept with her, boom, he will cross to the grave beyond. And some of them, they may not even cross. There are other one that it works like magnet.
They
As soon
will
as the
stick
man
together
penetrates,
when they
they
go
will
and
stick
do
together.
Kerewa.
You've heard of that one before, right?
I've seen that one in Hollywood.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Nollywood
Oh,
that's
she
actually
said Nollywood. A
you know.
day in reality. A
It's
day in
Nollywood. Where else,
reality.
Uncle Ben, where else will I see it besides Hollywood film? It's Nollywood I see these days.
So when we're now looking at this girl's situation, I was like, it's gonna be difficult for this guy to find a man. A lot of people will want her. She's a very beautiful lady, even with 2 kids. Regina still has gorgeous body. She's beautiful. But who want to try it, to say, let me go and climb her? So that's what I want us to consider. Should she take this juju angle, this voodoo angle, African magic? Should she take it seriously or just let it go? Do you also think, forget about it, it really doesn't matter, nothing gonna happen? I would like to hear from Honey Babe first. Because Honey Babe, I already know what Honey Babe will say. Honey Babe will start with rubbish. It won't work.
I don't know why you assume I'm going to say that. You know, when we spoke about this before, and I don't know whether it was Uncle Patrick and was it Sister Natu saying that it wasn't actually juju, it was this whole, title
Okay.
thing. In
Okay.
terms, yes, sorry, I stand corrected. Thank you, Abby. But in terms of juju, why is everything always equate? Anything we do, I always to do with juju. In the same way that you said that I, was making a big deal about it's not every woman that lies about DV. It's not every marriage that will now, every Nigerian traditional native that will incorporate juju. But because of the type of person Ned is, and yes, I call him Ned, I wouldn't put it past him. I mean, I can't tell someone what to do. All I can say is that I'm not in her shoes, unfortunately. If there is some diabolical thing, all the more reason to leave. And then, if necessary, get the necessary prayers, deliverance, whatever. But just because there's diabolical stuff, all the more reason to leave. If there's diabolical stuff, I think you need to take yourself out of that fear rather than be in that, sorry to say, demonic relationship. All the more reason to give your life to Christ, all the more reason to get delivered and to get the hell out of Dodge. So that's
Honey
all I
babe,
would say.
sorry, honey babe. You think giving your life to Christ we render the thunderbolt useless?
I thought we did Sunday school, didn't we? Unfortunately, I missed it. And the assumption I got is that Christ is more powerful than witches and wizards, unless you're telling me something different. Thank you very much.
Let's leave that one for Sunday school. Let's not get into your uncle Dio. Don't unmute, oh. Uncle Dio, don't unmute. Because that one, that one out.
Abby, I'm going to talk about it. So whether I like it or yes, I will talk about it.
Yes, Brother Dio. I want you to talk about it. Please, I'm begging you. Scatter the table. Thank you.
Okay, it's not about scattering the table. It's not about scattering the table. It's about stating a fact the way it is. Number one, I'm a Yoruba guy, and I'm aware of thunderbolts, as it's called. It is a Yoruba defense over promiscuous wife in their marriages. It has been in the making for so long. We grew up with our grandfathers, with our forefathers telling us about it, and the practice is still being carried out till today, but it's not that common like before. So it's not something that can easily come across. But relating it to what Uncle Ben is saying, if there is anything like that involved, I think by now, Regina, I said, will have known about it. And I tell you why she will have known about it. The only thing that I think Paned will have done, allegedly, in that area is to make sure that any other man that want to cross her, the moment they want to cross her, their team will not be able to stand. That one too is there. Because he will not like somebody to buy.
Yes, sir. That's the one I like. That one, I like that one.
Yeah, because he will not like somebody to buy on top of our wife. I mean, on top of his wife, it will create issues and also they have the one that if anybody want to cross their wife, no matter who you are, your team will not stand. It will just go down. So that's another type.
But
So now
your tongue be norm as well.
Your what?
Your tongue and your fingers. Would they be
Well,
norm?
see, Abby, let me tell you clearly. You don't understand this thing. If you are a man and they put something like that,
it's not penetration.
wait, I'm coming. When they put something like that on a woman, you're already doing everything you were doing, foreplay, kissing, matching, and everything, touching and all. All those ones will work. But the moment you say you want to enter, the thing will just go banger. Now, let me reverse the case. If you are a man and you are in such a situation with a girlfriend, what will you do at that point in time? Want to japa?
I'll try.
I'm asking you a question, Abby.
I'll try again.
No matter how you try.
In case that
you cannot.
a bad way.
You will run away because it is scary. It is scary. And then no matter what you do, in fact, all these when I was growing up, all these young Fulani girls that normally ply their trade, that are selling groundnut and all these things, they normally put something on. And in fact, ask any average Fulani herbalist that you see on the street, they have a ring that if they give it to you, they normally put it on their girls, on their wives, and on their small children. Any man that tries to cross them, the thing will not stand.
Wow.
It's so common. It's so common everywhere. So that's one. If I believe if he did that, that's why I said she will have known. Reggie will have known because no one, except she has never tried somebody else. But if she tries somebody else, she will know. And that she cannot come out and say, this is what you did to me. Because the husband will know that, oh, so you're actually trying to do this. So when he so amomorani. So let me interpret it. When a masquerade fat inside that masquerade clothes that the Mali wear, that cloth covers everybody. I mean, covers everywhere. He will be not perceiving his own fat more than anybody. So, and cannot say anything about it. So that means something that will happen to you that you cannot talk to anybody outside. That's the way it is. Thank you.
All right, sis, let's get your take, Sisi. Let's say
My take is I don't believe in all of those things. Sorry.
Sisi.
I don't. I just think
Hey.
I just think it's scaremongering from men to keep women in line. It's been going on for years and years and years and years and years, and it works. If you're gullible and you fall for it, there are plenty of married women that are sleeping with somebody's man right now. Nothing's happening to them. So all of that is just scaremongering and tactics. If you believe it and that's what's gonna hold you your conviction, okay, so be it. But the next woman that may not believe that and she's doing what she's doing and it's not working for her. So each to their own. If you really believe that, yeah, a man is going to put some spell on you, the minute you do this, you fall down. Okay, well, no problem. Whatever holds you in line, that's just how I see it. But I don't believe in all of that stuff. I just think it's garbage. And I think it's just what men use just to keep women in line. Simple. So if Reggie wants to try, she probably will not try because just from knowing how Nigerian women are when they divorce or whatever, 90% of them, they don't get married again. They'll sit there, they'll wait. I've been married before, I can't marry again. There are tools to help yourself nowadays. So if he lets her go and he divorces her, then maybe she can try and cover life for herself, which would be the right thing to do. But if he doesn't, then I don't know. She may stay there and just be doing what she's doing. But I don't believe in this all connecting together and all this kind of things. Nah, I don't believe it. But I don't believe that she I don't think she would be seeing anybody else. I think there's too much mess in her relationship that I think the last thing that will be on her mind is trying to be dating somebody else. I don't think that's the problem right now all round.
Dating.
Sorry?
It doesn't have to be dating, just even career well, just small.
Anything. I don't think her mind is even there unless, maybe after being with this old man, maybe she's, who knows? I wouldn't blame her because I don't even know how she managed to have 2 kids with the guy if she really had to do it with the guy. Anyways, that's just my thing. But I don't believe in
kids. She has to have those kids for her to be an important wife.
Yeah, but they could have just had IVF or just do IUI or whatever. She don't have to sleep with him.
Traditional man, 40 years, you say IVF. I doubt it.
So I can understand why she may be on DRUG because you would need to be. I'm sorry, you would need to be.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely, you need to be on something to do.
You need to be on something. I feel for her, but it is what it is.
Honestly,
but we all know that there's no way someone like Ned would agree to IVF. You know this kind of mentality. Be like, oh my seed. I can just imagine. I watch too much Nollywood, but I can just imagine him just being disgusted by IVF.
Yeah.
And
that's even
he's still able to shoot. He's still able to shoot.
See,
he's still able to shoot good. I don't believe. I think
I don't want to be sick on this show, but honestly,
his age. He's not even shooting sperm. He's shooting tadpoles.
It's enough. It's enough. No. I'm feeling sick. I beg. I got to take my son to tomorrow. Please.
You sisters are so wayward. You are bad children.
His own are not even. They're not even spermatozoa. They're bloody full-grown tadpoles, mate.
Okay.
Oh my
First off, Abby was trying to argue with Uncle Dayo that even if this thing is there, does it affect the finger, the marker you feel? I know what you were trying to do, Abby.
I was not
knew
hiding
exactly
what I
you
was
were
trying to do, Uncle Ben. So
And
why
funny
you
enough, that
saying
was my
I was
question as
hiding?
well.
Uncle Ben, was I hiding? I wasn't hiding. I meant
Okay.
what I
You were
said.
trying to tell Uncle Dayo that, "Hey, Uncle Dayo, even if the thunderbolt is there, at least the hands can work." And I know you were going to ask. You were going to ask the forbidden question. How about plastic one? Uncle, if you
Yeah, I'm
plastic.
gonna add that one actually. How do you know?
Abby,
How
there
do
is
you
a popular adage in Yoruba land. Ọmọdé ò mọ ògùn, ó pè lẹ́fọ̀ọ́. Pikin no know, how do I say it in English? Ẹgbà mí ẹ̀yin grammarian. A baby that can
Pikin no know jazz, if they call am vegetable.
Should we said that we extract the lessons. So I just want you to
Oh
understand.
my
That's
God.
all.
I'm so
Educational
done with you guys.
only.
Anyway, I would like Sister Yinka to speak on this thunderbolt thing, because I think that's one aspect of this puzzle people are missing out on social media. They are underplaying the fact that Ned might probably have something on Regina that gives him confidence all this while that nothing will happen. And to be frank, if I have to go that route, my mind is telling me that Regina and her mom, they figured that shit out. Because you can also undo it. You can undo it too if you get better juju man. So something is telling me they figured that thing out, they undid it, and probably they've tested it.
Hey, yeah.
Yes, probably they've tested it and find out that it is no longer effective. That is why Reggie is running. Allegedly, that is why Reggie is running so fast and not looking back. And that is why Ned is fighting tooth and nail now to bring them down, to make sure she go to that rehab. There is something about that rehab. But anyway, Auntie Yinka, over to you, sis.
Uncle Ben, it never existed to begin with.
Yeah, there's no rehab.
I don't know much
Rehabbing.
about that. Sorry, go ahead.
Go. Staika, go ahead.
Yeah, I said I wanted to say that I don't know much about the Thunderbolt thing, but I know that it's real. I know it's real. And like you said, Uncle Beno, I actually feel like she may have tested, or maybe her mom has, used their long leg to go to places that they shouldn't be going, and they figured out how to get out of it. Because, like I said before, no matter what it is that anyone is going through, there's always a way out. So they may have found something that made a way out for them. But I don't know much about Thunderbolt too much. But I just feel like they're not going to be doing any of this, just laying back and waiting. I'm sure they're doing something underneath. They're coming out physical to do some things, and they're doing something spiritual underneath as well. Because Ned, a grandpa can't marry a young girl and do it just expecting that the girl would be faithful to him. No, that's not the kind of man Ned is. So yeah, I also believe they figured it out, and that's why he's not taking this line down. And that rehab may not just be a rehab; it may be something that is spiritual as well, to put something back on her body. But hey, that's where she found herself, unfortunately.
See this rehab everyone is talking about. From what I mean, there's been posts by the other brother, not Sammy, and like I said, I could be wrong. You can correct me, but from what I heard, if you're really talking about rehab, it's not in the US. I think, did she not have her kids? Where does she have her kids? One was in Dubai. Abby, where was the other child?
Yeah, I don't know.
She had both of her kids in Arab or Muslim countries. What does that tell you? Not the UK, not Canada, not the US. I think we need to think about the bigger
what's
picture.
the benefit of that? They don't even give citizenship.
Yeah, because from what I heard, this is what I'm saying. From what I heard, he's been disbarred or banned from the UK. He cannot come to the UK. That I know. He cannot go to the US. There's something dubious about this rehab, because why would you do rehab in an Arab country?
Jordan.
Make it make sense. Do you see what I mean? So this so-called rehab, there's something going on, and I think if I was her, I would not even agree to that. There's no rehab. Even if she's been to rehab before, which I think maybe she says she has, this one is not rehabable. this one is not rehab. This is something dodgy, because for me,
Imprisonment.
if with all the money that you have and you want to do rehabilitation, why would you not do it in a Western country? So I think there's definitely something going on with that, and I think she just needs to be very, very careful.
Then they have rehab in Nigeria.
They do actually. He gave her the option. He gave her option to go to one in Maitema in Abuja, or the
Yeah,
second
but
option is in Jordan. So he gave her two options.
Jordan, this is what I'm saying.
I still
Who
believe
the hell goes to
that was
Jordan?
not. I still believe it's not rehab. I believe it's some sort of imprisonment. I don't know
Exactly.
what's
No
happening.
disrespect, yeah. You know the serious patriarchy and the fact that women are second-class citizens, and you want to tell me that you want me to go to Jordan for rehab? Make it make sense. And like I said to you, Nigeria, no disrespect, Nigerians, but let's just be real. The rehab, I don't know what type of rehab you have. If you're going to do a serious rehab, you would do it in a Western country. And I'm not being biased, I'm just being real in terms of our health facilities in Nigeria. So anything that's telling me do rehab in Nigeria, I'm going to do a question mark or a red flag. So yeah.
Also, honey babe, have you also thought about it from the point of view of where his money and his power reach? Maybe he has connections
exactly
that we don't know of. Maybe that's
exactly.
Does he know prime minister? Who does he know that is going to?
They will probably jail him like they jailed
Maybe
that guy that did. Of course,
they know him there. You never know the connects people have made, and that's
yeah.
why
The reason why Jordan, Dubai is where his power structure is. Places like the US, as bad as it is, Canada and the UK, his power means nothing. They will jail him like the ordinary person that he is. They don't care. Look what happened to that. I can't remember the guy, but you know, with the kidney transplant thing. Exactly.
Something.
Yeah, so then they don't give a damn who you are. So he knows to stay away from the UK and Canada. And like I said, he's going for countries where there's power, you know, there's corruption, and the fact that the women are treated as second-class citizens. He's very strategic in where he wants her to go. Because like I said, Jordan, come on.
Okay, let's begin to bring it home by going to the second part and final part of this conversation. And shout out to my sister Dupsy. Dupsy said, I have a theory. Ancestor Ned is only banging on about rehab. Abby, can you help me read it? I don't have my glasses.
I have
Abby?
a theory, Yes, sir. I have a theory. Ancestor Ned is only banging on about rehab to tarnish her image and to fortify his legal ground over her, plus to justify his BS with the general public. I think he has a lot to making her look like an unfit mom.
Yeah,
So that he
and
can also have a reason to keep the kids from a legal
that's what Misty alluded to.
And because he does with that babe, Layla. So I think that's kind of his MO. Uncle Ben, sorry, before you move on, right? I wanted to ask you and Uncle Dio particularly a question. You and Uncle Dio particularly, and anybody else can chip in. Do you think that it is true that Ned does not have as much money and Regina, in a sense, also contributed financially? Do you think that is true?
Uncle Dio.
No.
Okay, if I can say that, if I can talk about that, let us not forget something that Regina too has her own way of making her money, even before she married Ned. Of course, she's not in the class of Ned in any way, but I don't think $50,000. I mean, $50,000, I'll be whatever. That's that she was allegedly said to have given to Ned is above her. I don't think so.
I agree.
I don't think so. So she could have done that. This somebody that has 15 million followers. She's making money off TikTok or be Facebook or be whatever, off social media. And then she's also acting. Of course, they're not really paying much, 1,800,000, but now they're giving them millions now in Naira for their films, acting and all. So that is not, and please let's not forget something also. If you are a public figure in Nigeria, you make extra money from so many other sources.
Yeah.
So I believe she had that kind of money to give out then. So I cannot write that off. If a family came out publicly to say it, then that means she must have done it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Uncle
Uncle B, you literally kicked me out of the show.
No,
No,
no, no, no, no, no, no, no, no. Why would I? I told you I don't mess with lawyers. I
Uncle
don't
Ben,
mess
can
with
I have
lawyers.
your
No.
Uncle Ben?
You
Can I?
want to hear my take?
Yeah. What do you
Okay.
think?
Abby, to be honest with you,
Mm.
I don't think Regina gave Ned $50,000.
Why?
No, she didn't give the Ned $50,000.
Tell me why
I
now.
think, yeah, this is a battle. We are not in their life, and the fact that this is coming from Regina's mom, I'm not buying anything that comes out of Regina's mom at this point. I'm not buying into it, okay? Because she was complicit in all of this from the beginning to where we are right now. I'm not buying it. Now, if you say Regina bought gifts, a monetary value, maybe worth 10,000 grand or something for Ned, I agree. But I don't think Regina gave Ned $50,000. $50,000.
Okay.
Let's take it easy now.
Uncle Ben,
So I don't think so.
let me be
One,
very
then two.
honest.
Let me also add this. Regina is owing a lot of people money, allegedly. Those small change she is owing, that's not the type of money somebody who can give $50,000 away should be owing people. So I don't think that story is real. She could have given her husband money here and there, but not 50,000 for political campaign. No, I'm not buying it. That's my take on it.
Uncle Ben, my opinion is that number one, I don't think that Ned is as rich as we're letting on. Ned is 100% not a billionaire. I think that Ned is one of those people that has old money, and sometimes with old money means there's no cash flow. You could have 3 mansions, all those old houses with like 50 with 50 acres of land of compound, but there's no actual money, right? There's a lot of old money families like that in Nigeria, and there's no cash flow. A lot of their grandchildren and their children, even with powerful names, is other people that are looking after them. It's very common. I think, in my opinion, that Regina might have given him that money to buy into what she thought would be more wealth, him becoming senator and all. That's what I think. I don't think it was a case of, oh, my husband, you are broke. Here you go. I think it's one of those ones where his cash flow is not heavy. So he gets money here and there. After all, he's in the government, right? And people underestimate what showbiz is. Like Uncle Dio said, it's not all about social media. I'm not saying that she got her money from social media. No. The same way everybody accuses Nollywood babes of prostitution, sometimes not even prostitution. I've said this thing in so many shows where there are men in Lagos that are writing number on $10,000 bundle. They happen. It's only if you know that you will know. Other people will think you're lying, but it is facts, right? So these things happen all the time. There are people that give you thanks for coming. You go for a party. We see it every day. Look at the dollars that they spray for weddings. Is it a joke? The way they push dollar in Nigeria, you would think that is the official currency of Nigeria. So I'm not going to lie. Regina is a light-skinned, young, good-looking babe. Chances are there are men that were always giving her 10,000 here, 20,000 here. She has that money. However, I think that she was buying into his wealth of, oh, you're about to be a senator. I'm about to be a senator's wife. We're going to make this money back. And I don't think it's kind of landed. And I'm saying this because, Uncle Ben, the last show, what did I say? If you look at Regina's lifestyle, that is not money. Most of us here have a nice lifestyle than Regina.
Okay. Let's just keep it moving. So the fact
because she did say that we could chip in. So can I just chip in my little sense?
Okay.
In the same,
we've done 4 hours already anyway, so that's why I was just trying to.
Okay.
Let's go.
I just wanted to say, in the same way that when there was back and forth in terms of this DV, and we shouldn't dismiss that she could be lying. Let's not dismiss that there is a possibility that she could have given him 50K. Let's not generalize and say it's not possible. We're not in the house, like everybody says. We're not there, like everybody says. But there could be a possibility. Let's have a probability that she may have given him the money. Now, in terms, I know rich people that refuse to pay bills. We have corrupt politicians in Nigeria where they're stealing money, yet they don't pay teachers or don't pay this or don't pay public services. So I think I just want to put a disclaimer there that just because you don't pay people doesn't mean you don't have money. You're just a Scrooge and you're a wicked human being. We have rich politicians that are not paying for roles. They have the money, they squander it, and we know all of that. So for me personally, I personally believe that you have the money. And yes, you can be. I mean, I was in that situation too. I sold my house. You can be asset rich and cash poor. So you are technically a millionaire on paper, but you don't have liquid cash, as in, or you have maybe commercial property or residential property or other assets, but you don't have cash flow. So there's that possibility. But I do agree with kind of Abby's thesis that maybe she got money, maybe from dubious, situations, maybe from, I don't know, I don't want to say it, but there's a possibility. Why is it so kind of out of character to have to ask the question that would Regina be able to have 50K? I think it's quite interesting that everybody's quickly dismissing the fact that it's not possible for her to have 50K. 50 million followers. Social media, why we all, people are doing social media for what reason? Because the higher subscribers and engagement, the more you get paid. So I think there could be a possibility that she could have generated that money herself, or maybe she got it from other circles, but it's still the possibility where she could have had that money. So I thought I'd just put it out there. And yes, it could be a case where she's not paid, but she still may have money. Like I said, all the examples I've gave, there's loads of, I've seen it, people are as rich as hell, but they don't want to pay for stuff because they want to take the money to the grave. I don't know why. Because to me, if you're going to spend it, spend it. You cannot take it with you. But in terms of Regina, let's not dismiss it entirely that she could have had 50K. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Sister Yinka, you want to add anything to this? Sister Yinka and Misty? Sister Yinkus? Okay.
Sorry, I'm here. I was shutting away in the comment section. So yeah, I put everything that I thought about this part in the comment section. Like I said, yeah, she may have the money. I don't like it when we kind of come up with when people talk it like as though women can have that kind of money. Yeah, she may have had the money. And
where do you guys get that kind of money?
Uncle Ben, leave that alone. Where do you as men get that kind of money, please? She was working. So, and then, she had people. And Nigeria now, once you have, it's like the poor gets poorer, right? And the rich gets richer because they see you, your skin, everything. They're dashing you money for nothing. But then they don't pay their bills. So let's leave that matter. Okay, so let's go back to whatever happened with the money. She may have had the money and he may have found a way to get that money out of her hands just to be able to make her go broke. For times like this, when she will want to run away and she really doesn't have anything because she has to collect from him for everything that she needs to buy, right? So that's a sense of control. That's financial abuse right there. That's number one. She may have cleared some bills on his behalf, maybe during the campaign time, or maybe he's traveled or something, and she'll take care of it because when he gets back, of course, now my man, there's money now. So what's 50 million, 1 million here, 20 million there, 5 million there, 50 million is spent. And she may just never have gotten it back, right? Because some men, they borrow, they don't get back, they don't give back. They say they borrow from their wife, it means it's their money. That's not right anyway, but they don't give it back. So what if that's the case? And what if at some point during the campaign, she wanted to show him like, I'm not with you because of your money, but we know she's with him for the money, right? So that's a way for her to show her loyalty to say, I'm with you, I want to support you and all of that. And of course, when your husband becomes a senator, what is 50 million? 50 million, I beg. So if she lets go of 50 million, thinking that will turn into 200, but she never got it back because the man knows what he's doing. I mean, you guys already know the car that he has, right? All the wives pretty much have access to it. It's not like the car was in her name. So if you want to drive a car, you just go to the yard and point out to the one that you want to drive. It does not mean that you own the car. There's a difference, So he still has control of everything. And he may have just done that to gain control of the money that she had, which was the cash. And of course, we're talking about the old money, which Abby already talked about too. Please, did you see that video when that lady was talking about Regina not being in the house? Did you see the inside of that house?
That house. All these
Yeah, I
old
saw
money
it.
people.
Look, guys, my
Yeah.
grandma
It's
passed
bad.
away like 15 years ago. My grandma's house was finer than that. And that was a
Jeez.
90-something-year-old woman that her house was still nice. And I'm looking at the house like, okay, is this some kind of AI stuff? Because how would you think that she'll be living there? But
Andy,
hey,
I can relate to this thing. The way they hype my
This is
grandfather up. My grandfather just passed in me. Kosi Konkon. I
Mm,
thought I was going to be a
this
millionaire
is
can you
grandchild.
where
imagine?
No
are you
money.
this is
I
where
serious?
I have
respect
issue
my
with.
family, but
This is where I have issue with Sister Yinka, Abby, and all these ladies who are into interior decoration, event planning, and everything. You people, when you look at
Uncle Ben.
something, you wait. Who sent una make una go dey look the house? Una don't watch video, come out, una go dey look the interior.
It was in our faces now.
Where are you people?
Uncle Ben.
But can I say,
Uncle Ben.
you know another reason why I
Uncle
think this guy
Ben.
is not that rich, why he's not rich, is why are you sharing? Like I said to you, even if you don't want to put it in your wife's name, why would you have Regina be sharing with 5 other women or 4 other women? That's cheap. I'm sorry, that tells me a red flag that you're cheap. And that tells me that you don't have money. Because
Thank
even if you don't want Regina to have a penny when she leaves, you would still have 20 cars, right? So if you got 5 women, 5 wives, why are you not buying 5 cars and put them in your own name? So there's something going on where people are doing borrowing, like you're asking, like you're borrowing from some kind of, what is it, charity shop. You're borrowing bag, you're borrowing wig, you're borrowing makeup. It just sounds to me like this guy is cheap as F, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Because for me
Okay.
personally, oh god, I'm echoing, sorry. For me personally, that doesn't sound like someone that has abundance of cash.
All right, Uncle Dayo. Thank you, honey babe. Uncle Dayo.
Thank you very much, Uncle Beno. See, let us put the record straight, okay? First off, as at the time when Regina gave Ned the $50,000, Ned was senator then. He was aspiring to become one. So, as we have made clear, Regina could have had the money through various means. And let me quickly say something about Nigerian space and about all these big boys, so-called big boys in Nigeria that have all these monies. God knows how they're making it. I don't want to go into that. They do a lot of stuff. Even ordinary VDM used to say that, guys, we just call him, send him $5,000, $10,000. They make money because they have already made the brand and people come to them directly. Ordinary Jarvis, if you listen to the video that we did of recent, they were saying that people will just come to them now. Allegedly, people that are into, they'll come to meet them, take this money, give me half, keep half. I think this boy said that much. So they have various ways of making money. So that she could not get that money, no, she could get the money. But my pushback to Abby is this: an average senator in Nigeria is a multi-billionaire. In fact, the poorest of them is a multi-millionaire, but the well-to-do one, they are multi-billionaire, and I can tell you why. Take it from me. It's easy. Just Google how much a senator in Nigeria is earning. Not to talk of all the money and all the things that they're getting in that city. That's why some of them are willing to die to get into that place. So when we're talking about money, he has money. Being a sitting senator in Nigeria, he is a the least you could be is a multi-millionaire. And when I say millionaire, I mean not only in Naira, it may be in dollars. Because these people, we know, we hear it, and we see it sometimes. What goes down in that Senate? Look at every other senator that you know. Look at their standards. The ones that are flamboyant, see what they are doing. So from that, you can know that Ned has money. Whether he's now spending it on his family or not, or whether he's now I don't know. But that he's broke, is not broke. The money is there. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry, I was
Abby, your
laughing.
final take on this matter.
I was laughing because of the story. It was funny. Uncle Ben, I did not say Ned does not have money. I just don't think he's a billionaire. But one thing is for sure, Nigerians have a numbers problem and they like to inflate. Nigerians love the word billionaire. It's the same way they said Whiskey is a billionaire in dollars, Davido is a billionaire in dollars, Burna Boy is a billionaire in dollars. Like, please, let's be for real. Rema is a billionaire in dollars. Can we all be for real? Nigerians have a numbers problem. Do you know what billion is? Do you know what billion is? Millionaire, yes, but that does not even withhold the fact that I just even thought that if I'm going to inconvenience myself, and I said this before jokingly, and I'm joking, I may or may not be joking. If I come and tell real fam that my husband is 20 years older than me, you will know why. Because every week, Bora Bora, Fiji, I will just be going. It will make sense. There's no real incentive marrying somebody if you're not balling. All of her bags are fake. I'm not seeing any lifestyle. She barely does anything. Everything that she flashes is what the average Nollywood actress anybody would flash. So whatever the case is, I don't know what they're using the money for, but I know for a fact that Ned is not a billionaire. And I'm tired of everybody calling everybody billionaire. Everybody in that country is a billionaire at this point. It's actually crazy. So that's my final take. But he has money, some money, just not
He
enough.
has some money. He has small money.
Okay. Let's bring this home. Nobody is running away at this point. Make I put everybody for screen. If anybody try to run away, I go hold you down here. Nobody is running. Because, okay, let me even do this first. Nobody must run. No. Hey, Mona, just wait for me. Just 1 second.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You be in the building.
All right. All right. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for being patient. Let me count. Let me count my people first. Okay, I see Abby.
Uncle
I
Ben,
see
what's
Mommy
going
Babe.
on? Why are
I
you
see
closing
Sister
us on stage?
Yinka. I see Sisi. Uncle Dayo is here. And Misty is here. If anybody run, I go hold you down. Okay. Yes, so yes. So I am checking that
Uncle
so
Ben,
that
why are
nobody
you and
will
Abby
run
sharing
away.
a profile picture?
Is Abby profile picture on the studio now? That's
No,
why whenever Abby is
remember
here,
to
I'm supporters club. I'm always under Abby's face. Okay. Now the reason we are here today, ladies and gentlemen, is to pray, right? I said Nigerians must pray for Regina Daniels, Ned Nwoko, Blessing CEO, and IVD. Unfortunately, I can't believe we spent 4 hours plus talking about Regina. People like Regina. Oh my God. I feel sorry for this girl. I can't believe we spent 4 hours talking about Regina. I thought this show was supposed to be like maybe 1.5 hours or 2 hours, but here we are. But anyway, everybody have said their mind. You want to pray for Regina. Nobody want to pray for Ned Nwoko, but you guys should remember you are Christian. You go to church. Still, you don't want to pray for Ned. Okay, I get it. But the reason I said nobody will run away is that we want to decide if we are going to pray for Blessing CEO and IVD. And I know many of you wanted to run where you saw these two, and I asked this question. So nobody they run. No, they know you cannot run away. So don't worry, it's gonna be fast. We already saw the videos. The first video when Blessing CEO say this man is mentally unstable, and we can hear the man saying boo boo. Even pay me say this Blessing they follow my daughter bear the same name. So you know why eh? I don't know why this guy they follow my daughter bear the same
I thought
name.
about Yinka testing as well. Yinka, Lincoln, and Yinkus. I was just feeling bad for Yinkus.
Oh my shoe.
So it's my turn now. So She shared that video. She said, hey, somebody should check on me. Oh, this man is not stable. And then the next thing we heard was, boo boo, boo boo. Then 10 minutes later, Blessing CEO deleted that video. And then people already downloaded the description. Nigerians are so jobless. So some Nigerians, they downloaded the video, they share it. That's how we get to see the video. Next thing we saw, I think I find this video now, but I also believe you have all seen this one. The next thing we saw was Blessing CEO doing another live. And in that live, she doesn't look good. She was saying, how can somebody say IVD? They're not born aware. She was just debunking everything that people were able to point fingers on that is going on with Blessed CEO. Blessed CEO denied everything. But I look at that video, and I'm sorry, I don't like to talk about women appearance, but Blessed CEO looks so freaky ugly in that video. I'm sorry, man, I no verse. Make I just talk him. Let me show you. No, I'm going somewhere with this. I saw the video. I tried as much as possible to believe what she was saying.
Bring your proof. You are.
That's the video you are watching right now. Well, it never even show up here. Uncle Ned, come on for this screen now. So this is the video. She was ranting, looking provoked. This after she already made the first video in a car. It seems like they are driving somewhere. After she made the first video and said, people are thinking. And then now I saw this one. Well, look at Blessed CEO here. The way she is going here, does this look normal, my people? Let's be honest. Something is terribly wrong with this woman. And the way she is fighting to defend IVD like mad in this video, it gave me the impression that Blessed CEO is under a lot of pressure, serious pressure. Now, I take a rewind to when IVD wife died. Now to the time IVD wife died, she was behaving erratically like this too. Anybody who followed them then, you would have noticed, you might notice. That was how she was behaving, talking. She wasn't looking like herself. Even when I saw one of her videos, people were like, I'm like, is this woman okay? Then they show me her other videos and pictures. That bimbo was a beautiful woman. But towards the end of her life, she looked like a woman who has been stressed out. A woman who wants something to happen by fire, by force. Until story came out that out of the blue, that woman set herself ablaze inside her own house. Burn! Where husband day? None of that. And now I may be wrong. With my professional eyes, this Blessing that is talking, this woman is under a lot of pressure. I have never seen, the last time I saw Blessing looking like mad woman like this was when that time where Bimbo family arrested her. And that time when she made one video saying, if I want to collect your husband, I'll collect your husband. Where is Sister Chiye? Come and speak this Igbo. It was in that video where she was saying, I collect your husband, you will be 6 feet below. That was the last time I saw Blessed CEO unkept and looking really terribly like this. So this doesn't look good. And that is why I want us to please, let's put our differences aside and pray for.
Please stop saying that. We're not playing for. See, I want to explain that.
Let me finish. Let me just add this one, please. Let me just add this one. Okay, why am I still insisting on let us pray for Blessing CEO?
Oh my God.
Please, next, we're not interested. Move on, honestly.
Please, let me show you this. The next thing, I went to our operation backstage, and my ladies have shared this. This is IVD posting this. Look at IVD. Let me zoom in. Maybe you
These
guys
people are under the influence. They are users.
look at IVD. Is IVD not looking like the way Blessed CEO was just looking? And here is what IVD shared. He said, like it's crazy how people pass narratives. IVD, be calm, don't speak. Mood, you are strong. Strong how? Not till I enter ground, fucking 4 years, no peace, nobody cares. How I go to bed and wake up with a dented image. These same people have sent me to prison 3 times. For what? I know nothing about. Soiled my image, taking all my resources, and still trying to buy me. At this point, I don't care. Please pay attention. Oh. At this point, I don't care. Whatever plans you people have for me, bring it up. My God never fails me. If I can survive 4 years of steady backlash, spiritual battles, I believe God has a better plan. He went ahead, ranting, 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 ranting. You can read the rest of it. Now, my professional mind is telling me that this sounds more like somebody who is getting ready to do something nasty. Maybe I'm reading it wrong, but if you are familiar with people who has mental health and depression, or people who are dealing with some really, really devastating issue that they are planning to either end it all or just scatter everything, this is how they will be showing signs, small, 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 small. You will see them today, they will be smiling, playing, looking like everything is good. Tomorrow, they are saying some nasty, crazy thing that you will find it difficult to accept. All these rants, if you add this to what Blessed CEO shared in the video she first posted, that this man is unstable and this guy is saying boo boo, then plus this live video that I just showed you now, where Blessed CEO is looking like a really colo woman, something is about to happen. So, my people, I just want to hear your take before we leave here. Let me start with Misty first. Now, Misty first
Sorry,
one.
wait, Uncle Ben. It is almost 3 a.m. in Lagos.
Yes, and it is almost 9 a.m. here, p.m. here.
I did not
Let's
know
just,
it
I
was
just
2
want to
a.m. in
hear.
London, no. Hey, whoa.
Let me just hear your take real quick so we can leave. Biko, Misty, don't pretend you are sleeping now. Or I
No,
go come catch that. No, 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 no.
I'm not sleeping. You had kicked me out of the studio initially, but I'm not sleeping. So, I really don't like to talk about this guy and this. What's her name? What's her name again?
Blessing, see who.
That CEO girl. I find it difficult to talk about them. They are so insignificant in anything I have to discuss. But okay, you put me here. I feel like the both of them have very serious issues. I really feel like she has a disorder, and bipolar could be one of those things. This had that IVF guy, as somebody calls him. I feel like he has serious control issues, um, and he may as well be having bipolar as well. So his matter is quite extreme, and both of them are very toxic together. I don't know. They seriously need professional help. They do. But independently, I feel like the two of them together is extremely toxic and bad for each other. So about praying for them, I already mentioned to you. I'm Catholic. This is the month of November, and we do a lot of devotion for our departed loved ones. So I'll be spending my time praying for the departed ones, not for the likes of these two. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Okay, Misty. Thank you. At least I really appreciate your take. Shout out to you, my brother. Okenadu. Nice show, sir. My first time joining from Texas, USA. Oh, you welcome, my brother. Thank you. Thank you, Misty, for that. At least now I know that I'm not mad, that I'm actually seeing something. And thank you
You're
for at
welcome.
least not running away and dropping your 1 cent, because I know a lot of people, once they see Blessing CEO or IVD, they just don't want to hear anything about it. But we still have to discuss it so people can learn.
I
Okay.
have been
You see,
here for
Umama
almost
is here.
5 hours, so I'm
Mm,
forwarding my invoice to you through Abby. Thank you.
True, Abike. We did not negotiate this one, Misty. Now, why are you like this?
Let's proceed. Can we ask the
Okay.
next panelist to speak?
Okay. I don't, I'm not a
Can
billionaire.
Okudayo
So,
not
Sister Yinka,
go? Can Okudayo
Sister,
not go? It's 3 a.m. in Lagos, Uncle Ben.
okay, Uncle Dio, your take that so that you can go. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
No problem, no problem. The truth of the matter is just that this couple puts a bitter pill in people's mouth anytime that topic comes up, because they are not really something pleasant to talk about. I'm sorry to use that word, but now that we are here, whatever is happening between them, me, I could only see two things. I could see karma. I could see karma working in their lives. Look at look at IVD. Look at the way he's looking in that picture that you just shared now.
If you have peace
He's
of
looking
mind.
like somebody that just came out of prison. He's not looking well kept. Look at CEO herself. In that, she was behaving like someone that has a bipolar. I know that she normally talks gabbishly like that, but how could you put yourself in that kind of a position to make a video? You are not dressed, you are not looking well, you are not looking okay, and you are venting over a matter on social media that will go viral for what you did. Maybe it was a mistake, maybe it was a planned thing, or whatever it is. To me, both of them are not acting normal. I'm sorry. And as you said, Uncle Benu, maybe they are both up to something that may explode with time. But whatever it is, I wish them the best. Thank you.
Mhm.
Uncle
Can
Dayo
I?
take even Uncle Dayo take is worse than the first one that I hear. You wish them the best. Okay. CC, please.
Okay, so for me, prayer, being on my prayer roster is out of the question. All the best to them. I said for everything that they did or that the man did, whatever his part was in that lady's death, may her spirit be tormenting him for the rest of his life.
Oh my
That is the
God.
least that he deserves. On to that lady blessing. I said it before. Women that sit back and watch other women being mistreated and then feel like, oh, when I enter the relationship, it will not happen to me. My sister, you're reaping what you sow, right? So I have no sympathy for her. Blessing is a
Mhm.
pain in everybody's side.
Mm.
Everything that she is getting, she deserves 1,000 fold. Honestly, everything that she's getting. Personally, I don't believe that the man is beating her. I don't think so. I just feel like she is frustrated in the relationship because what she bargained for is not what she's getting. She thought maybe the man have money, maybe he has this je ne sais quoi, he look good, he's got all of it was packaging. We said it the last time when they were on is it Honest Bunch? Their
Yeah.
body language and her face, you could tell she looked so irritated when the guy was talking. She looked annoyed. She just did not look like how she's
Mm.
portraying herself to be. Oh, we're in love, we're in love, we're in love. I just
Yeah,
feel like
I remember
she's
you said that. I remember you
we
said
said
that.
that to you. There
Mm.
was a lot going on in her body language when he was talking and when the guy was looking at her as well. They were not like two people in honeymoon stage. They looked like people that have already they had an argument, and then it's like when you are in public, you're trying to pretend that you're okay, but clearly the two of you you're not really okay and you're not hiding it. I could see all of that in their demeanor on that show that day. So it just shows to me that this lady, she felt like she was going to be the the best pick. She felt like she's different. She just realized that she just jammed a man that has nothing going on for him. And because her ego and the rubbish that she talked, everything that she said, oh, Bimbo wanted to pie herself. Oh, she didn't, if she wanted to leave, she could. You've come online, you've said all of that. Now you look like a fool. So of course you're gonna have to sit and eat humble pie. So I don't believe that the man is abusing her in any way. I believe she's frustrated, and I believe the relationship is not going how she expected. I believe she's funding the man financially, and that is why she's stressed and looking dark. I that video, I didn't watch the video because I wasn't here. I was away. I've not really followed the story. I don't know what she's talking about, but I saw the video that she posted, and then the video that there was things broken, and then she said no, somebody broke into the apartment or whatever she was trying to say. All of that.
Yeah.
It's just, I just feel like she's just being more than she can chew. But for her to come and eat humble pie and say, you know what, I'm dumping this guy, she cannot come out and say that right now because things are too hot. She's made too much noise about him being perfect. They're going to Dubai to get married. They're doing this, they're doing that. All this bravado that she put on, she's not gonna come down and eat humble pie and say, you know what, I effed up. This guy is not what he cracked up to be. I don't want the relationship again. So she's going to dig her heels in and pretend that everything is fine. But it's stressing her because the guy doesn't have money.
Absolutely.
The guy does not have money. He's broke. He's depressed. Clearly, from that write-up, he's depressed. The worst thing is being with a man who's depressed and a man that's broke. On top, the two things together, please pick a struggle. So I believe that's what's stressing her. She's frustrated, but she just doesn't know how to come out of this thing because she knows people are gonna laugh at her, and rightly so. We're ready to laugh at her.
You know,
That's just
Sissy,
my
you my sisters, you are right. I've really learned a lot from the sisters here. I've learned from you guys that sometimes when women found themselves in this toxic relationship, it's never easy to get out, especially with all these men that has tendency to unalive somebody. Bressy is under too much pressure.
Uncle
This guy
Ben. It's not because he's
capture.
gonna unalive her. This man
In
is not gonna
blessing
do anything
situation,
to
that
her.
does not apply, Uncle Ben.
He's not gonna unalive her. She has done too much. She has talked too much. She has made herself like she's invincible. She's the perfect lady for IVD. Bimbo didn't know how to manage him. No, 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 no.
Mhm.
She's the one. She's a relationship expert. She's the all being and seeing of everything relationship. So now for her to come back and be like, oh, I effed up. This guy really is a mad person. I just feel like the guy is depressed. He doesn't have anything going for him. No work. He's been arrested left, right, and center. Nobody respects him. The shine that he
Mhm.
was having when he had his late wife is not there anymore. Of course, in a country like Nigeria, it will be frustrating. What other means of income does he have? What can he do really? Now he's with this lady who runs her mouth online. She's making money from that. She's also trying to cover up some of his shortcomings, many of his shortcomings, and she's frustrated because that's not what she signed up for. And she cannot come
Thank
now
you.
to the public to say, you know what, guys, I messed up. She's not gonna eat that humble pie. That's just what is frustrating her. I don't believe this man is beating her or doing anything to her. No, she's just frustrated that she pitched her tent in the wrong camp, and now she doesn't know how to backtrack and come back and eat humble pie and tell people, you know what, I effed up. I shouldn't have dated this guy. It's too little, too late. She said too much and did too much. So we are all waiting for it to crash, and we're like, no, let them stay together in that relationship. You felt like you were the right woman for him, so be the right woman for him. You can love him out of this. He's whatever he's going through. Bimbo couldn't do that, so you stepped into the role. Auntie, continue your work and leave us alone.
Oh, yeah, Sissy, you are actually right. You are actually right, Sissy. I just wanted to add this thing before Sister Yika can jump in. First off, can somebody put Doopsy Can somebody put Doopsy hot in timeout?
We
Doopsy is
love
busy
Gypsy
and
Hot. She's hot, like the comments.
Oh my god, do you know I've
Doopsy is
always read
something
this thing
else.
as Doopsy Shots? I didn't know it was Doopsy Hot. I always read it as Doopsy Shots.
Dúpẹ́ torí Ọlọ́run, can you please? Abi Shole visit timeout. She said
Please, oh, don't
Bubu,
touch her. She's untouchable.
she said Bubu is broke.
I think I told you that time that
Oh
this
my
that
God.
business has gone.
Okay.
She is the
Sisi,
epitome of pick. She's epitome of Picnisha, a very bad one at that. So
Sisi,
I have no sympathy for her. I'm sorry. She can
Sisi,
reap
you are
what she's
making me
sowing there.
laugh. Sisi,
Yeah.
please. I can't even disagree with you because that you've said a couple of things since we've started this channel that I will later find out you are right.
Exactly.
So when you say now that you don't think IVD is beating Boo Boo,
No, never.
I can't disagree with you because if I'm thinking maybe Boo Boo just wanted to put pressure on him, knowing fully well that if she shared a cryptic video like that, people will start pointing fingers on IVD. Maybe that can get IVD to leave her alone. Because this story I saw from IVD is so this is a guy who is super frustrated though. For a guy to go back to where he was when he started with Blessing, this is the same complaint he used to have when he started with Blessing. And he seemed like he has gone past all of that. All of a sudden, now Blessing is sharing all these stupid posts, putting her face with no makeup, no wig, nothing on camera, looking like a village woman that just finished pounding
Are
yam.
you saying that woman can be natural in peace?
What do you mean woman can?
But
I said
no,
woman
she
can
looks
have with
not.
filter.
That's
go
not
to
the
Sister
point. She
Yinka.
looks.
Yinka,
She looks
please.
tattered. She looks tattered and
Are
scattered.
you really answering me? Are you really answering me?
I'm not answering you, Abby. Don't set me up. Sister Yinka, over to you, please.
Yes, so this is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. Okay, well, hello. Put it out there. Yeah, so whatever Blessing gets, that's what she should be getting. That's karma right there. And sometimes you ask God, like, why, God, you're so slow. Sometimes he's like, you don't give the swift judgment. Oh, this one is sweeting me right now. And I just pray that the only thing I don't want it to be the end of her life. I want her to be able to pick up the pieces and try to do something with her life. But for everything that she's getting right now, if things are hot, then I wish her well. let her enjoy the moment. Because if a woman can look at another woman that lost her life, leaving children behind, and you go after she passes away, and then you spill rubbish
Young children.
constantly, like on a regular, you made it your daily bread to just go out there and destroy this woman that was already gone.
Auntie, sorry, I just remember that she did a film. She did a film on YouTube. Does anybody remember? I forgot. Blessing did a film about Bimbo's
Really?
life. Yes, don't you remember?
Really?
Everybody on the panel.
Okay.
Does nobody remember this?
Hmm.
She did a YouTube short film on Bimbo's life. Let me see if it's still on
No,
YouTube.
I don't remember it.
Please send it to the backstage if you find it.
Please send it.
Yeah.
Okay,
She really every time once in a while when I remember, actually I actually blocked Billy Blessing. I don't even see her post at all because I used to before all of this happened, but I just used to wonder she was just a terrible human being with the way that she gives advices. But then when this issue happened with Bimbo, I just couldn't for the life of me continue to watch her. It's actually out of respect and honor for Uncle Beno that I'm even still on this live trying to talk about this woman right now. But I just want to say the only reason why I'm talking about this is because it's really sweeting me. Like I'm so happy, honestly.
Sister Yinka, why you they laugh like this?
Because I hope Bimbo is actually smiling and laughing where she's at. I'm like, girl, if that's you, continue, because I like what you're doing. Blessing needs to remember that the interview that she did with that they had with Nedu. I told you guys, I said, look at her eyes. There's something going on. This is not the blessing that we know. Something is off. But guess what? In due time, everything shall come to light. So here we are. Enjoy the show.
Yeah.
But
This is
blessing,
very good
it is well with your
stuff.
soul.
Well said. Well said.
Sister
Can I
Yinka, so
quickly?
you pray for,
Yeah.
okay, you finally pray for her anyway. You say it is well
Yeah.
with her. So I'll take that as
Mhm.
prayer, Sister Yinka. Honey, babe.
It's gonna be very quick. I'm not interested. I wish them the best of luck. Bye, everyone.
Really?
Finish it, Lee.
You are a wicked
I
person.
honestly, I'm not. No, I'm not. Honestly, I told you next when you mentioned it. I'm not. I will not waste my saliva on this. On these two, they deserve each other. Peace. I'm out. Bye bye.
All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a wonderful show. Unless anybody has anything they want to add, I think we've really done justice to today's show. Abby, what
Ben,
you take? Now only you know talk, but
Uncle
you
Ben,
know
I
come
told
after me, say I
you.
don't let you talk.
Yeah, of course. I'm still going to do that anyway. Uncle Ben, I can't believe nobody remembers that film. That was one of the reasons that Bimbo's family got her arrested. That was what started that whole process of getting her arrested because she did
Oh,
she
really?
did a short film on YouTube. But the problem is that she had to take down that film as part of the whatever. What's the word?
Oh, the
Our lawyer.
settlement or something.
Mean the
Exactly.
settlement.
So the only way I'll be
Settlement.
able to find
Yeah.
that film now is if somebody reposted it. But I can't remember. I mean I've seen that Sis Dupsy has remembered, but she did a film, and that was the reason, one of the reasons why the family was angry, because we're like, how dare you do a film representing our sister's life or our daughter's life without our
Okay.
consent?
That blessing is
Oh,
too bold. I hate her boldness. Her boldness comes with stupidity at
I
times. I'm sorry.
forgot.
I'm
I
sorry.
just remembered now, and it's just bug his mind bugging that someone thought that was a
Right.
yeah, a woman that you
Thank
don't
you.
know.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is
just
really
saying
good.
that
Abby.
Hmm?
So we have Sister Saku upcoming.
Uncle
Can
Ben,
you
I've not
please
said what
show
I
us?
want to say.
Oh, go ahead. Okay,
Okay,
Mudaron.
my last,
Abby.
I want people actually to remind everybody about the film. What I actually want to say about CEO and I.
Gen Z to your
My
long.
opinion is that they actually beat that up. That's my opinion. I don't think that. I think they fight. I think they square up. I think when IVD gives her one, she gives IVD two. That's my opinion. I think they actually fight.
You think so?
I think they beat each other up. I think so, because we're assuming that IVD has changed and is no longer an abuser, and we know that that does not happen. He will not. So what happens is that he slaps her one, because that woman is a weary, she will slap him too. That's what me I think happens personally. They fight.
Agreed. I
So
think so too. Yeah.
Abby.
that's why
You know.
I
You
was
know.
asking
You know.
when Asi went
Mhm.
live, right? I was asking Asi that if somebody fights and you break the window, or whatever, because she puts like shattered glass on the floor, she shows shattered glass on the floor. For your boyfriend after a fight to come out while there's still shattered glass on the floor and you're doing that video, to come and say boo 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 boo, it means that both of you consent to the fight. So one person is not coming to come and beg you. So that means that round she won that fight, and that means she now made him
Oh
small.
my God. She won the fight.
And somebody will come and say boo 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 boo. That means she beats him. She beats him that day. She's the one that won
Abby.
that fight that day. That's my
Abby, go sleep. Good night, Abby.
that's my
Bad
opinion.
begin.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ. Abby, go sleep. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. So, Abby, what do TSI have for us this Thursday?
TSC, we have, let me bring it up. We have, this is it. On Thursday, we have Healing the Wounds, Toxic Mother-Daughter Relationships in Black Families. So that would be on Thursday. I think Thursday is 6th, right? Thursday 6th,
Yeah,
and it is
Yeah.
3:30 EST, 8:30 BST, 8:30 p.m. BST. So
Yes.
that's it.
okay.
And
So,
yeah.
this show, that will be episode 3, right?
It will be episode
Is,
3.
is there anything
Correct.
for men to learn on this particular show? I know this has to do with firstborn, right? Relationship between mother and their firstborn
It's not
Doesn't
daughter.
firstborn,
necessarily.
it's just
No.
It's not always
Not
firstborn, but
always
it's more
about firstborn.
but it's more
Yeah.
common with
Uh,
first daughters. Yeah, but it's not always.
so, what lesson should we men? What can we learn from there? I just wanted to know so that I'll know how to advertise it to my people. So, anything for us to learn? Will the show help us understand why women hormone are always crazy when they are married.
Maybe Sissy and Honey Babe can talk on that. What?
Ah,
What?
Abby, you won't run.
No, I don't want to
What
run.
you-
I just want to give them this.
what
No, I never
Sorry.
wanted this topic.
Cece, do you want to say anything
About what? About hormones?
about the show? About the
I'm
show?
trying to understand
And
what we can learn from it as we
Okay.
men,
Okay.
we're gonna be married to ladies, and from what I'm getting from this show is gonna be like the relationship between mother and their daughters, right? So and definitely their daughters, they're
It
gonna be
is.
married, right? And
Not
sometimes I'm already thinking we're gonna understand what's going on between mother and their daughters. So as men, maybe this show can help us understand the wife's state of mind at times, especially if maybe they are having issues with their mom or something, or maybe what happened in their past. Maybe some of them are
but the
bringing
thing
it
is,
forward. So that's
but
just
the
what
thing
I
is,
wanted to know.
I get what you're saying, but this is obviously relevant to women. But are you trying to tell me there's not toxic relationships between dad and sons? So that could be
No, there
obviously,
is. There is.
obviously
There is.
this is specific to obviously toxic mums and daughters, but let me put it out there. There's definitely the same dynamics and the same toxicity between sons and fathers, but obviously this is related to women. So men can obviously join in and learn from that. And maybe some of the lessons that they learn from this show, they can use it to obviously mend relationships with their fathers.
That's a big one.
I'm of
That's
the
a
opinion.
big one.
I'm of the opinion, Uncle Ben. I explained it to you on the show yesterday that a lot of times I feel like, in my own opinion anyway, even from my own experience, I feel like my dad could have spoken. Actually, my dad couldn't have spoken up. Oh, he couldn't have. But I feel like it can help dads understand where their daughters are coming from, and in terms of their mothers. Because for me, my own experience is that I felt like my mom, God bless her soul, but I felt like there were times when she used to exaggerate things because she really wanted my dad to take sides with her. I remember one situation where I had one situation with my mom where the next thing my dad just showed up from Kaduna. I was so confused because in my head, I'm like, is it that deep to summon my dad all the way to Lagos? It was not that deep. But I realized when my dad was angry later that it was exaggerated. So I think from a dad's point of view, it can help you, or the husband's point of view, can help you see dynamics and understand that even if your wife is not toxic, like I said, Uncle Ben, it's not always toxic. It can just be a case of mothers are just tougher on daughters, maybe because they see them as mini-me. I don't want you to make the mistakes I made, things like that. So maybe it can help fathers kind of pacify the daughters better to keep a balanced relationship.
Okay, I get it now. Good. Thank you for explaining. It makes a lot of sense now. Wow, this is gonna be another hot one. Ooh, what is Zeno saying? Where did Zeno came out from now? Zeno say why you can't always take your wife's side on what? Take wife's side for what? What are you
what
saying?
she's saying is that she said you can learn how to help manage the relationship between mom and dad, and why you can't always take your wife's side. Unfortunately, this wife's side, because both parents have to be on the same side. I just think that what the dad has to do, and that's what I experienced with my mom. What the dad has to do is find a way to come closer to the daughter afterwards. I don't know. We're saying it during the show.
Okay, no problem. You don't have to give it all the way. I just wanted to have an insight on what is gonna be, so that if I'm doing UB stories, I can actually add the adverts, and then I will know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Sister Yinka. Thank you, Honey Babe. Thank you. This is the longest I've seen Misty on the show. 5 hours plus. Misty is here.
I am actually I'm multitasking. I'm working while listening in while contributing to your show.
Oh, thank God. Please, everybody bear me witness. Remember, Misty is a legal consultant, a legal luminary. You heard that now. She was working while she was on the show. She did not come. I did not bring her here today. So nobody should. When she sent me invoice and I refused to pay, nobody should come for me.
Uncle, what are you
Misty,
trying to imply?
I'll be
Listen.
sending you an email for a meeting. HR
Thank
meeting.
you, Sissy.
What a
Uncle
meeting.
Beno, I actually came on the show because I didn't think you would have anybody in the studio except Abby. So I'm like, you know what? Let me come in and give Abby some support because
Thank
I
you.
knew you would.
That's what she said. I was
Yeah.
even scared because when Uncle Ben messaged me, it made it seem like, oh, he's not going to be here. And I was thinking, where is everybody? So I'm going to be on stage by myself. What am I going to say? This show would have ended at 1 hour. And then I realized Uncle Ben was even here for longer. So I was like, oh, thank God Misty is here. At least we
Right.
can
So Uncle Beno, imagine how much money you owe all of us. Too much money.
Misty, look,
Yes.
Misty, I told you I'm a traditional lawyer. You are admitting on camera that you came here voluntarily because you are working.
I came here under
Everybody.
duress actually.
Did anybody force you?
But also, she came
somehow, indirectly, yes. Indirectly, you made me come here to empathize with Abby. Tell you what, Sissy has come back from her vacation. Man, she has no empathy. She's too strong. What happened, girl?
Honestly, I don't know what happened to Sissy on this vacation. She has been brutal since she came back.
She's not taking no nonsense.
Sissy,
bring Sis Ada here? We used to have a conversation.
She has
Sissy, did you
refreshed
make
herself.
use- Sissy, did you make
She's
use
ready
of
to
the
deal with
balcony?
you.
Did Sissy make use of the balcony? Because
The balcony
very,
was made use of. The
The
balcony, the bathroom.
You don't
everywhere.
finish me.
Thank you.
Are you serious?
Sissy, can you and Abby stop? I never understand why you people are talking about this balcony.
Uncle Ben,
have
you're the one that has a
please go in
dirty
balcony.
mind.
What
Don't
is
worry
going on
about
with
it.
Uncle Ben, you're the one that has a
So a
dirty
person
mind
cannot sit on
because
the
so
balcony
many
and have
things happen
breakfast.
on the
Uncle Ben,
balcony.
what's your problem?
People have
Oh.
drinks on the balcony. People eat breakfast on the balcony.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Guys, I
Where's your
forgot to tell
mind
you.
going? That's
You
the
know the
question.
funny
Where's
thing?
your mind
Yeah,
going, Uncle Ben?
yeah, you have a dirty mind. Like my mom is in Cyprus at the moment with a man. You see the way that my stepdad is just dealing with my mom. She's in Cyprus now.
But,
Can you imagine?
but honey babe, you are so an African. Imagine how she's talking about her mom.
Honey baby is jealous.
I'm jealous. So you get it, right? I am fully jealous because my mom every 6 weeks she's jetting away with this man. I'm like, mommy, where are you going again? So she's there for 1 week. Can you imagine me? I'm just sitting here. Right. I even have to go because my son has a trip and I need to do packed lunch. It's 2 a.m. I'm finished and I need to drop this boy at 8 o'clock. Guys, always been a pleasure. I see you guys for our show on Thursday. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good night.
Babe. Have a good
Okay,
night.
I beg to leave as well. Everybody, good night. Love you
Yeah.
all.
Thank you, Misty. Sissy,
You're welcome.
Before you
Thank you,
run
Ben.
away, Sissy, before you run away, I have a question, one question only. I was gonna even come and disturb you on WhatsApp, but I was so busy, super busy. Like your sister is giving me a lot of headache. You know, either her car is having issues, something is so I've been all about her. So that's why you haven't seen me. I don't just want to talk about my life this particular week. My life was like on a per second billing. I don't know. And make it worse, everything was revolving around my sister this particular week.
I love it.
And she was playing the crazy game. She even tried not to upset me at all because the thing was not easy. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Sissy, I saw that picture you took when you guys are going for dinner. The picture you share at the backstage. You took that picture, you send it. You look like the most gentle, the most well-behaved, the most elegant woman that anybody should come for. And I keep looking at your eyes in that picture like, Sissy,
am I not?
Is that the face you are showing my brother? Because I see what you are doing now. That is the face you show to my brother that my brother cannot let go. Sissy, this is criminal. Okay? I saw it and I'm like, Sissy, you can fool everybody, you can't fool me. Forget that thing.
Uncle Ben, what are you saying? That's the real me.
You that I know, that's not you, Sissy. So what's going on?
Uncle Ben, that's the real me. What's your problem? See, when you're in your comfortable space, you know, when you're not in toxicity, when you're being loved right, when your man has money, okay, and he spends his money on you, it's very necessary.
Sissy.
Why will you not be calm and enjoying?
Sissy, you know, this is one
Why
of the reasons
you
why
don't need to
people
keep
are.
pretending? Yeah. Do you know?
Sissy,
Do you know?
this
Do you
is
know
one
the
of the
best
reasons
thing?
women are chasing Nigerian men
Do
up
you
and
know the
down.
best thing?
Hmm?
We traveled and I came back and I didn't spend a pen. What did they say? A dirham. I didn't spend not 0.5p. Why would I not be? Why would I not be looking fresh and calm?
Why would you be calm? Exactly.
So
Mm.
my brother did not allow you even pay for one dinner.
We didn't pay for what where. We went to the souk. I
Oh
said,
my
"Oh,
God,
babe."
my head is big
We
right
went to
now.
the souk
Woo.
and I was looking at. I'm not really into gold, but I said, since my baby's buying, let me buy. He was just looking at me like, "Are you for real?" I was like, "Well, when you're in Rome, you do as the
The
Romans,
picture
no?"
you sent to me, that's where you were, right?
No. We went for dinner. That was I think our final night.
I saw one with plenty gold, and I'm like,
Oh
Sissy,
yeah. That was
run
the
away
souk,
from
yeah.
this place before they steal you along those gold. Are you not scared? There's too much gold in that place. Were you
No,
not scared?
I mean it's very safe. The whole entire area is just full of jewelry, gold, yellow gold. Like, oh god, your eyes will just be hurting.
My God,
It's all
I
over.
saw
It's
it.
crazy.
I saw it,
It's
and I'm
crazy.
like, Sissy, why are you here? Run! Because if that place is in a place
It's
like
very safe.
Nigeria,
It's very
they
safe.
can
Uncle
come and
Ben, you
rob
can leave your
everybody there
phone in the
one day.
market. You'll come back. You'll meet your phone there. They don't play those kind of games
This
there.
is the place where they used to cut somebody's hand for stealing. Uncle Ben.
Yeah, it's very, very safe. They don't. You can leave anything in the market. You'll come back and find it there. Nobody's stealing anything.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I was actually pleasantly surprised. That was
That's
my first
good.
time in Dubai, and I actually really liked it. Obviously, you know, everywhere is different, but it was a nice experience actually. Very
What?
clean, very orderly, and
Oh
things, you
wow!
know. But we had a good time. You can tell, you know, when you're with a good person, and
I
my man is a
know,
sweetheart.
I
He treats me right.
know,
So why would I be
Sissy.
stressing? Why would he have to see the bad side of me?
No. I understand. As soon as I saw that picture, I say now everything is making sense. You know, I told people here that whenever my bros is around, that is where you are behaving like a good wife, a good girl. We will
Uncle
not
Ben,
see
I'm
you. You won't show
always
up
a
on
good
WhatsApp. You
girl.
won't
And
show up online. You won't show up anywhere. You will be
really,
coding. Money is good though. I swear, women, may God forgive you people. But it's like when you see money, that is when you become submissive and sweet.
it's not about when you see money. It's when you have a good person. He's got a good heart. You know.
Okay.
Aw.
Yeah.
All right.
So some
The
people have
money is
money
just an
and they don't
addition.
spend it anyway.
Pardon?
Some people have money and they don't spend it though.
Oh yeah.
I be not the kind of spending you are. If I happen to be single and balling and I happen to meet somebody
Avoid
like you,
Abby.
Abby, we go fight tire. People
no,
like
of course,
Abby,
because
they
there's
can
no
help you
way.
spend your money.
Oh no,
This
because there's
Gen
no way I'll
Z,
go to Dubai. I'm not going to go and get 1 or 2 Beckins. What?
no wahala. I know you will wreck me before you go away, right? I will do you like Regina. I will give you
Uncle Ben,
thunderbolt. Oh, Tiri Konkon.
Uncle Ben, one of my
Mr.
nicknames is spending. I'll be spending.
Spending.
Big Bella. Big
Spending.
Bella. Huh?
Cece, you see, I feel sorry for you, Cece. Anyway, you are not going anywhere again.
Where?
Have you heard the saying? When you go Nigeria, you are not coming back. You know, when you enter Nigeria, you're not coming back. You know, but welcome back, Cece. We have
Which
a lot
one
of
is when
show
you
to
enter
do.
Nigeria? Is when you enter Uganda is not coming back. What are you saying?
No, we not say you got a Nanyash now, they take whole person, but we Nigeria, we got the money. We got the money. Yeah, you gotta wanna get the
It's
yash.
not
That's
the
why
money that's
your
keeping
country
me
name is
there.
Uganda.
East
It's the money.
meets west is sweet. No, it's not the
Anyway,
money. It's the
you're
person.
welcome back, my dear.
Thank you.
I'm happy you are back.
I'm
And
glad to be
please,
back.
this one that you are back and you are just swinging left and right. You got to slow down. Maybe I need to call my brother to be around anytime I want to have a show. I don't want somebody coming online and start swinging
Oh God.
everywhere.
No, it's the end of the year. My patience for BS is minimal now. I'm sorry. I've given people a lot of rope and I'm just tired. The same old, same
Right.
old. That's all.
Don't worry, it's
If you
gonna
and
be okay.
Uncle Ben, people have each other's numbers, please go and continue this conversation. Jackalo. Good night.
Okay,
Good
Abby.
night.
Abby is jealous. Don't mind her. Good night,
I'm
dear.
not
Love
jealous. So
you.
Jealousy.
it's actually 2:30. Oh my god.
All right. Have a
Uncle Ben,
good
I tried
night,
to shoot
ladies and
people, but
gentlemen.
we started this live stream a bit later. Uncle Ben, I have one closing note.
Okay,
I
ma'am.
think it's important.
Hello,
To
you
say
said
that.
good night. Good night, Abby.
No,
No
I meant
closing
good.
notes. Good
No,
night.
now obviously I'm hosting now, so I have to close the show. But I meant good night as in good night end of show, but closing notes and then good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Sissy. See
My
ya.
two crazy sisters.
Uncle Ben. Closing notes that ultimately, regardless of the people that we use regardless of people that we use as a case study, the whole idea is to again, what do you always say, Uncle Ben? Get lessons out of the show, right?
Yeah, we just use them as anchor for the
As
show.
anchor,
We
obviously.
just use their situation to draw lesson that everybody can learn from.
And then
Yeah.
exactly. So I think it's very important to state that. And ultimately, with people like Regina, the real issue is that there's lots of girls that are victims of child marriage. In fact, the other day, I think it was She Thinker and Sister Nat were telling us about even like 13-year-olds and the North is even worse with these things, unfortunately, because we also know that the North practices Sharia law. So it's actually tough. And it's so annoying to me because how can a country practice Sharia law and the actual law of the country? But that's a whole different thing. So it's actually a bigger topic. It's bigger than Regina because, like I also said, in the last week and a half, a lot of girls have been coming out to talk about their experiences, and a lot of them did not seem to have a choice. So it's a serious issue. And although it's Regina, it seems lighthearted, but it's not a joke. And then with the likes of Blessing CEO, I feel like for Blessing in particular, I don't condone DV, and I would always want the best for women for the most part. But someone like Blessing, she put herself in that situation knowing exactly what it was. She wasn't a child. She was well an adult. There was no reason. She even went as far as trying to defend this man just for almost to force him down our throats. So for Blessing, it is hard to empathize with her, but it doesn't mean that we also want her to lose her life, right? There's no reason for anybody to be in a toxic situation, but yes, we wish everybody the best, and I hope that Regina especially gets what she wants from that situation. So that's what I have to say.
Thank you, Abby. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
See you guys tomorrow. There are plenty story we need to cover. Many toxic situation keep popping up on Dr. Shola's page. So maybe tomorrow we can react to some of those. And Abby, I pray you are free tomorrow.
Wow.
I need you around to help me understand one madness, but we'll discuss that on tomorrow's show. This guy that slapped the guy that was proposing to her,
I
it
can't
was
believe
a
that
close
is real, but their
situation.
story is real.
Yeah, so please tomorrow I may need you. I just want to understand Gen Z mindset, okay? I
Who told
want
you
to
that
know
girl is Gen
why
Z, Uncle Ben? Why have you concluded that she's Gen Z?
that girl is Gen Z. Gen Z
Why?
are the one who behave like somebody they remove plug for their head. But anyway, we'll cover that tomorrow. Thank you, my dear. All
Okay,
right.
good night, Uncle Ben. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Good night, Abby. Love you, Mama. Thank you, everybody. CC, love you. Honey Babe, my Misty, Sister Yinka, Uncle Dayo, love you, everybody. Those in the chat and in the comments, Sister Chinye. Doopsy, Dupe, you are in trouble. Dupe, we are going to ban you. Dupe, really, you won't take laugh,
Actually,
scatter me. I don't laugh, tire
I'm going
behind the
to
scene.
promote her, actually.
Hmm?
Uncle Ben, I'm always promote her. Uncle Ben, I love Uncle Patrick so much. Do you know that as we speak, Uncle Patrick is
Yeah,
currently already preparing for Sunday school? Ogadi hot.
I tell you, Uncle
We
Patrick
just
is
finished Sunday
another
school, but
level.
Uncle Patrick is already planning for the next Sunday school. I love it. All right, good
Yeah.
night,
So
everybody. Bye.
thank you, everybody. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Misty, thank you for hanging out with me. I don't take that for granted. Sister Yinka, me, Everybody. There's just too many people here today. Cool Mama, the senior moderator, M. Joes, Doopsy Hot Mama. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.
Yeah. You be in the building. Hey, vibe with Uncle Bino. Let's go. Now happy hour things, you know. Hang out with you, babe. It's our vibe tonight. Hey, laugh and learn. We're shining bright. Oh yeah. You be stories, life lessons tight. On the Uncle Benno show, everything feels right. From the streets to the world, we talk real talk. Vibes on the beat make the whole place rock. Happy hour flow with smiles non-stop. Sip and chill with you, be the energy on top. You be stories, dropping them every day. Wisdom for life, the African way. From the grind to the glory, hear what we say. Tune in now, don't hang out with you, be. It's a vibe tonight. Hey, laugh and learn, we're shining bright. Oh yeah. Stories, life lessons tight. Hey, on the Uncle Benno show, everything feels right. Join the sister circle. Oh, what a scene. CC Inca, honey baby, and I be so clean. Talk love, talk life, talk dream supreme. Empowerment vibes like a royal queen team. Apollo Sunday school when the beat gets low. A moment of reflection, let the spirit flow. Men of God speaking wisdom, you should know. Faith and vibes on the Uncle Benno show. Hang out with you, be. Come catch that light. Oh yeah, you be stories, keep your heart so bright. Yeah. Join the sister circle, feel that fire. Oh yeah, Sunday school for your soul so right. You be nation, we rise together. Love and vibe forever. Uncle Benno show.